Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to another Toonkind game. I'm Vwild, and I will be your humble DM for the Stagehand Reunion. And now, woo! All right, now let's introduce the wonderful people that I will be playing with. And can you introduce your character names as well? We'll go top to bottom. So
Does that start with me?
Yes, that is
you. Does that start with me? That starts with me. I'm sorry, I'm not used to being at the top of the order.
Snail, my beloved.
I'm holding a snail aloft. I'm holding the snail aloft. It is your time to shine.
Hey everybody, I'm Snail. I will be playing Little Bigs.
Who we love.
And that dog.
Oh my god, we've got some brilliant voice acting of a dog in here as well. That is fantastic.
I guess it's me next. Hello, my name is Whis. I am playing Lil Rai Stagehand.
Aww, and we love him. He is a good boy.
He's a very good boy.
And that leaves you, Babble, and you are muted. My Babble.
I think they're trying to stop me from doing my incredible dog impersonation, aka they got a dog barking in the other room.
Oh, bless your cotton socks. Okay.
Oh dear.
This is the part where we do our special stage performance. Are you ready, Wiz? It's you and me now. We gotta do this. I know you said you weren't ready, but we gotta. There's no other choice.
Oh god, I love all of you. Babble, it's okay. We shall survive the dogs.
Hello, I'm Babble, and today I play Staniel. He's
Oh, we love the boy. We love the boy. Ah. And
I need to grab this thing.
And I think with that, we should open up onto our scene,
Yay!
All right. And I shall paint you all a word picture, because today is the Stagehand Reunion. An annual time of festivity, of chilli, of chaos and rainbow grawlix of all types. And as the camera pans down, we see Toontown. Wait, no, this is not in Toontown this time. Not with the stagehands, Little Lin and Lil Rai. And the camera nooms, and we are in Villstown. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun.
But like perky-like, because we're happy to be here.
Yes, it is the dramatic dun 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 that doesn't quite understand its own mood. It is just very happy to be here. And as the camera finally figures out where it's meant to be after checking its sheet, we zoom in, not on, let's say, the Brecht Brigade, not on even the Mr. Zippy, no. We zoom in on the Villstown Stagehand Hub. A somewhat chaotic place. A revamped warehouse of a sort, only larger and more sprawling, painted a bright light blue. And inside, well, with stagehands there's always chaos, but today even more so. There's all different types of animal toon, of UPAN, of Warn, of Frankenalley, and we'll focus in on a certain two. Little Staniel, Little Biggs, what are you two doing today,
Well, Lil Biggs is currently off to the side in like a T-pose with their many arms, and I think about 5 little nieces and nephews are just crawling all over them. Just all over them.
Oh, indeed. Because honestly, Little Biggs, just look at them. You, our wonderful audience, don't know what Little Biggs is yet, but you will find out soon enough. But yes.
Wink emoji.
These children are probably having the time of their lives. There is a lot of sounds of merriment. And maybe some minor Grawlix, because yes, these toons learn how to swear incredibly peckin young.
Pretty sure it's one of those things where it's like the first word that they ever say is probably a swear.
I mean, that's how it was for Lynn. Her first word was peck. There were many celebrations at this. And
I vibe with that very hard because my first word was literally fuck.
And speaking of you, my fine Babble, what is little Staniel? What's Lulu doing today?
Just now getting home, probably.
Aww.
After a long time, just doing what he do. So, he is probably walking through the door, kind of tired. But he brightens up when he sees what's going on. Probably has no idea what's going on, but who cares? There's more family home. Hello!
Oh, bless. And I think, as he does, would Staniel like to roll me perception, please?
Oh yes, I would love to flaunt his awful perception.
Yes.
Please do.
Staniel, my beloved.
Decent.
That's not bad.
That meets it. That meets it. You're gonna see it. Lulu, as you get in and you're perking up and you're looking around, you see a very familiar form coming towards you, with the very distinctive, well, interesting footsteps of wooden and normal, as the hubmaster of Villestown comes into view, making a beeline for you. Your dad, little Logan. And he just goes, there you're picking our son. Oh, get over here. And yet, you're getting pulled into a hug.
There are excited toucan squeals as he absolutely hugs back. Can I make a strength check to see if he can pick him up and hug him?
Yes, you can. You can immediately.
Yes!
I'm gonna say a 14, I'm gonna say just does it. And there is this, here we go. Okay, we're up. Oh.
I have missed you so much. It has been, a month?
Yes.
I don't know. Time's irrelevant.
Yes, it peckin' has. I have missed you. Holy fuck, we gotta deal with your management, okay? I'm going to find that director and we are going to take his kneecaps for you, okay? Just give the word, alright, Lulu? Alright. Okay, and down we go because I have got so much work to do. And there is the kind of half scurry from him as he does just noogie you on the head as he sat down.
He is going to try and bat the noogie away half-heartedly. But he has not said anything in response to that. And he's not going to. He's going to just fly over somewhere else.
Oh, the kids. Hey, Maggie, no, you do not put the... And there's all of a sudden the very distracted look on his face as he's organising everything. Because yes, if you've ever met a stagehand, they can be perfectionists, and that is very much embodied in Ogun.
Nice.
And as there's the chaos inside of, yes, because as you will see, Lulu, there is a sea of people at work. There are streamers being put up. There is confetti being organised. You think? People can't quite decide whether it should be out yet or later on. And there is the very distinctive smell of chilli filling the air. And as all this happens, let's see. Yes, I think it's about time. Hey, little Biggs, would you also like to roll a perception check? And I'm going to have Lulu rolling it as well.
All right. Sure thing. Give me 1 second while I pull up their perception. It's not great.
Okay. Lulu is going to be in for a surprise in a few minutes.
This is fine.
A 14 is less bad than I was worried it was going to be.
What is the mod on that? Bless you. Bless you, little bean. But I think what happens is we cut away from inside and we cut to outside for a moment as two characters who haven't been introduced fully into the scene yet finally arrive. Because yes, they took the train. Little Rai, how you doing today, kiddo?
Not gonna lie, he's nervous.
Aww.
He's nervous. He's wearing his Stagehand shirt over the top of his hoodie, and he had to roll the sleeves up so that they wouldn't stretch or be damaged by his pointy shoulders. But he's just he's been fidgeting on the train for the last hour. And like, he'll lean into Lynn and then sit back up and then fidget and then lean and then fidget. And he's just, the closer they get to Ville's tail, he's like, oh, there are going to be stagehands there. Oh, no, there's going to be so many stagehands there. What if they don't like me? Oh, no.
I'm going to roll a perception for Lynn. That is a... Okay, peckin heck, that is a 19 on the dice, and I cannot remember her mod right now, but I think it's a +4, so that's a 23 from your mum, kid. She knows. She knows. And as you arrive at this place, this bright light blue building of many windows, ivy climbing the walls, it's not a fancy building, but it is a home. And she does stop just away from the door, and she does turn to you and go, okay, you doing all right, Rai? Come on, you can tell your mum.
What if they don't like me?
Oh, kiddo. And she's going to pull you into a side hug and she's going to go, they are going to pick and love your kiddo. I mean, hey, you are the brightest little shadow I've ever met. And you're my son. And if they don't like you, I'll take their kneecaps. How's that sound?
Where would we put them?
Well, the amount of things that Network stores, I'm pretty sure we could find a place for them. I mean, that's 100 folks, 100 kneecaps, 200 kneecaps, less than 200 kneecaps, or more. We have got people with 4 legs. We'll figure it out. But just be yourself, just because you are pickin' fantastic, kiddo. And do be warned, it's a little loud, a little sweary, and at least one hug. I mean, Pick, I haven't been here in over 2 years. Oh, I'm gonna get tackled. Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
And she holds out a hand to you, you ready?
He's gonna hesitate, and then he's actually going to he's gonna use his wild shape actually, because that's how nervous he is. He's gonna make it into its little monkey form, which I have still neglected to draw, and then just sort of cling to Lynn's leg as a tiny black and grey monkey.
I'm not gonna pom. I'm not gonna pom.
Pom pom Lynn.
She pom
Pom pom.
That was a 9 on her wisdom. She pom-poms. She is wearing her ironed, very smart looking stagehand jacket, and she did her hair in a very nice braid with a rose from Network, because Network's tiny form couldn't come because somebody decided to try and go in the tumble dryer. So yes, the ambulata form has been left at home because of that. But yeah, no, she looks absolutely fluffy as heck right now. She goes, okay. We got a tiny monkey. We got a bigger monkey. We got a peckin' adventure. Let's do this. And she starts walking in with this monkey attached to her leg. And this is
Very
where,
good.
And this is where that 8 and that 14 come in, because as Lynn wanders in through the first door, she enters the foyer, she looks and sees there's double doors that leads to the main den, which is the sprawling expanse where all of this has gone down. And there is that moment where she decides, you know what? Screw it, we're going with a shenanigan. And she waddles up to that door with only one leg free. And Rai, you see your mum pause at this double door. And she supports all of her weight on her back leg, which you're on. And she raises the other leggy real high. And there is a kick. These doors. These doors with a goddamn. Okay, yeah, we have got a dirty 20 on the dice. Those doors go wide open, ba-bam, either side, and there is a golden pom-pom there, grinning, going, surprise, mother peckers. And every last head, I think, has turned to the door. Although I do apologise, Staniel, you probably didn't quite see that as coming as everyone else. Seeing as, yes, there was happy squeaking as she was heading to the door.
Staniel just falls from the rafters. It's fine.
Oh no! But yes, the pom-pom and the pom-pom's shadow have entered the building. What crimes will they commit?
We're not in the business of crime.
No, we're in the business of stopping crime. We are the business of shenanigans, though.
That is true.
She got you there.
And
Dead to rights.
And I think there's also all the activity stops for a second as everyone kind of turns. And this is when you two can react, because right now Ogun is standing there semi-speechless.
I know Staniel wants to immediately tackle.
Go for it. Go for it.
First.
Tackle the monkey.
Lil Biggs is still like slowly craning their head around. So you can go ahead and tackle first.
Yes.
Like they're aware of what's happening, but they're still slowly turning their head.
I will give you advantage on this, by the way, because it is wonderful.
I'm going to use acrobatics because he's going to be flying to do this.
Yes.
Meow.
How dare you?
11 and only 11.
You will have 11 and you will like it.
Well, that gives me something hilarious to do because he falls out of the rafters, but he manages to catch himself just slightly. And he's coming for you, Lynn. And he's yelling excitedly, and then he trips and he starts tumbling, but he's still coming for you.
Oh, bless. Lynn is looking. Lynn, who was standing in the doorway with, like, hands on her hip in that, you know, that superhero pose of surprise, I've arrived.
Chest puffed out, the whole thing.
Yes. Which is kind of amusing, seeing as she has a very small monkey, like, fully attached to one leg. But she looks, she sees you, and she just goes, Lulu! And she's throwing out her arms.
If you allow, at the very last second, he's going to be upright and toppling into her.
Yes, I fully accept this. She will go down. Especially as, you know, she's got a dead weight on one leg. She cannot dodge.
I guess that helps.
Yes, but there is just a... And she's down. Just, hi, Lulu. Ah, my kidney.
You should have two. That's what I heard. I don't know. Okay.
I think
Hug time. Many hugs. I haven't seen you in a long time.
Yes, I know. I've got two kidneys just squishing one. And yes, there is a Lynn ever so slightly pancaked on the floor, but she is giggling.
Luckily, Rai can go two-dimensional.
Yes, that is very fortunate. Oh, good, that is very fortunate.
Oh
little
no,
Rai.
there was a child.
Yes,
I'm so sorry.
just,
Not the child.
yes, Lulu, Lulu, this is Rai. Rai, this is my cousin, your uncle.
Uncle Staniel!
Oh, you
And
know,
Rai's just gonna pop back out of his he'd gone flat into his shadow when Lynn got pancaked on the floor. But he's just gonna pop straight back out, and he's not gonna drop wild shape just yet because he's still a little nervous about all the other people he hasn't met, but he's just gonna have this little tiny rock melon sized tiny black monkey just glomp your leg.
Very good.
You look incredibly different from the last time I saw you, but I know. Oh, small child. Dad, look! And he's gonna stretch his leg. That's right.
I can see you've got a monkey. Pom pom, holy peck! You had a child. Pom pom, what the peck? And there is a grinning.
Will you tell anybody else? You didn't even tell me. You shouldn't even told me, but you didn't, and I found out. Linda, what? No, what?
And there is Lynn slowly propping herself up, and yes, little Logan has come over, who is a 4'6" UPA in hair, and so there's just the under the arms, and he just lifts, and she's in the air, and then she's on her feet, and she just goes, Little Rai, Lulu, what do you mean I didn't tell you? Hoppers, I've told you guys about him before in my letters, right? And would you two like to roll me insight? Rai and Lulu.
Sure.
Oh boy, I love insight.
Hey, there's my boy.
Not bad. And bad. Spectrum here, folks.
Oh, bless. I promise little Biggs is gonna come in a second as soon as they manage to disentangle themselves from the children. But, Lulu, you don't really see much here, even though this is your dad. His expression's a little difficult at this moment. Right? You've seen Lynn when she had her emotions on her sleeve and off her sleeve and under her tail. That monkey's full of so many conundrums. But you see this hair look at you, and there is the immediate, oh, okay, this is one of us. Well, I already love them. But genuine confusion over this, of when Lynn says letters, there's an ear twitch of no recollection as he turns back and goes, alright, Pom Pom, what the pick are you talking about? We haven't got any letters from you, or in fact, actually, we haven't got any letters from you or Tort in the past week, because everything, well, I haven't seen. How long has it been since I got a letter from you? About a year and a half, which, by the way, and she does get a light bap over the head. Don't be a peckin' idiot, right? But, yeah, no, not that I can recall. And
I mean,
you go.
maybe some of the letters that you sent could have probably gone to my work, but I also have never had letters not come to me.
Right.
I don't think.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna roll Rai a history just to make sure if he remembers Lynn actually writing letters.
Yeah.
18.
18. Rai, you would know Lynn is sat at her desk, and as she's been talking to you and watching you play with Network from time to time, because yes, you siblings. But you've seen her writing in the past month alone, many letters. Most get sent to the Toontown hub. In fact, you know that they all get bundled to the Toontown hub. There's just a different stamp and ribbon that gets put on the ones that go to Villestown. But they all go through the Toontown hub.
Mum?
Yeah, kiddo?
Do you think, the other hub didn't send your letters on?
It's a possibility, but I'll admit it's not one I've ever thought of. I mean, me and old Tort, we had our rows, but I don't think they'd withhold letters. Wait, Hoppers, you said that you haven't heard from old Tort in a week? And the hare just shrugs. He goes, I'll admit I was surprised as well, but I got the invite saying that they were coming, but after that, not much. Well, we'll find out soon enough. I mean, if they are going to arrive, they're going to be arriving in the next half hour. You kids introduce yourself. In fact, what am I saying? And, right? How okay are you with hugs? Because this man is just looking at you, and you can kind of see the look that Lynn gets on her face when she really wants to hug someone.
Oh, he's not going to protest.
Okay.
He has sort of mentally prepared himself for everyone is going to want to hug me and pick me up because that's what happens at home, and not all of them are going to be mum size. I think this should be okay. He will speak up if it becomes not okay.
And this old hare does just kind of squat a bit so that he's at a little closer to, well, Lil Rai in little Stan's arms, and he goes, well, seeing as we're doing introductions now, holy pick, you're an innocent little child. Hi, I am, well, Hubmaster Lil Organ Hoppers Sassafrassin Stagehand. At your service.
In other words, that's my dad.
Oh yeah, you told me about him. Hello!
Damn straight, I'm his dad. And it's...
Lil Rai Stagehand at your service.
Oh, you are a mother pick, an adorable kid. Come here. And yet you are getting scooped into a hug. This is a hug. This is... Holy shit, okay.
Don't squish the child.
I'm sorry. The child might be a little squished. Let me just check one modifier just real quick. Okay, that is an okay modifier, but kiddo, you're gonna squeak because it's a nat 20.
Oh crap!
Which is hilarious, seeing as this guy is whip thin. It's svelty muscle, and yes. There is the natural stagehand. I am going to be reckless. This is a child. They are of ours. Holy pick, we're giving them a hug. And you are just squeezed.
I'm just going to do a strength save real quick. Lol.
Yes.
That's a
So Homer hugs him, squeezes him really tight, and then he just sort of goes flat against his chest.
No, Dad, you killed him!
Oh, shit! Oh shit, Pom-Pom, I've flattened your kid. Holy fuckballs. Okay. And there is just
I can't believe you've done this!
I have squashed a child. Holy. Pom-Pom, is this normal? Can you re-inflate it? Who's got the re-inflator? We've got the re-inflator for a reason. We're going to pick and use it. And there is just, yes.
The dying! The giant cat.
Little Biggs, have we got the inflator?
Little Biggs is actually like right behind you, and it's just been waiting quietly.
Holy shit, you're quiet.
Yes, I have been told that. They go into their hammer space, they get a 10, they pull out the reinflator and go, they'll need to be on the ground if you want me to reinflate them.
Oh,
And you can just hear Ryan giggling.
There-
Even though he's completely 2D and just looks like a shadow, like on Ogan's chest, he's just giggling.
Mom, get the ice cream!
there is
Actually, my small friend, I'm not sure if you are fine. As you see, you are still two-dimensional. And when I go two-dimensional, that means that I survive. But it does not mean I am the same as when I am three-dimensional.
Rai is just going to sort of pop back out into 3 dimensions, but he is going to drop wild shape. And I'm going to make him roll a dex something or other. Maybe an acrobatics, because that's funny. Oh yeah, he doesn't have any modifiers to that.
Hey!
It's ready. So he sort of pops back off of Ogan's chest into 3D and into his normal shape, and then just sort of very, very stylishly lands on his little stick legs. And he's just sort of standing there with the stagehand shirt over his hoodie, and he just sort of taps his fingers together and goes, "Hello, it's nice to meet you."
Oh, hello. I see that your three-dimensional form is different from your two-dimensional form. That is not the same for me, but I understand that we have our differences. And they pat Rai's head as they say, our differences are what make us unique.
Damn straight. And hey, Snail, would you like to introduce?
Yes.
Because now Rai is getting a good long look at Little Biggs. Tell me, what animal is Little Biggs?
So, Little Biggs is actually large for a toon. They've got a big squishy body just made for hugs. They've got many legs for them to walk around. They've got a row of horror teeth. They are a tardigrade. Not made big. And they are currently in a coat with massive shoes, and that is all they're wearing.
Yes. Rai, this is a tardigrade. This isn't a cat or a dog or a tortoise. No, this is a tardigrade.
Well, that's a 23 on a nature check, so...
But what you know is tardigrades are normally very, very, very small. You normally need a microscope to see them. This tardigrade is very big. That's strange. They don't seem to be suffering due to their bigness, though, so it's probably okay.
Ryan's just sort of tilted his head up to look up at Little Pigs, and it's just like, you're tall.
And he's
Yes.
very huggable, very squishy. Give hug.
Oh, we're getting
Come
in
on.
our hugs.
Yes.
Little Biggs!
And Staniel's absolutely hugging Little Biggs.
Yeah. Little Biggs! Monkey coming in! And yes, there is a golden blur as Lynn full on just chucks herself at one of our cousins.
So, I hope you guys can fully imagine the tardigrade body just blur at all of the impacts, but the base doesn't move at all.
Like a lava lamp.
Oh god, exactly. Just
I haven't seen you in a month. What have you been up to?
Are you talking?
I think he's talking to you, Little Biggs. I'm sorry, I'm a bit preoccupied. I'm squishing you. You're squished.
I am very squished. You are doing a very good job.
Thank you.
Hello, cousin. I have been doing well. I have been learning the ropes of how to work the ropes. It is taking me some time as I have sharp claws, but I am doing my best.
If you want, at some point, I can help you file them down. That's only if you want to, and I can paint them for you. I've done that to Dad several times. It's been amazing.
Painting my nails sounds like
Nails
fun.
if you want.
I do not know about the filing, but we are still working on seeing if I can acquire nail caps.
Oh,
That is entirely fair.
you could get some at Halloween Town. They have them for the Lycans there.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds very good. If it is expensive, I will not be able to afford it there. But I know that you can also make some. Probably. I have been using corks, but we are running out of corks.
And here, little Ogun does just like, pipe up of just, yeah, we are kind of surprised how many corks you can get through. I mean, admittedly, a few of the other stagehands do like eating corks, and there is a side eye at a few who are just making very guilty munching noises in a corner. And he
I
goes,
apologize. I do not shred the corks, but I have many fingies. I've been told to call them fingies by one of the little nephews. So I call them fingies. They're technically claws, but I've been told to call them fingies.
and they are picking fantastic fingies. Alright, well. Okay, so seeing as, let's say, we got Lil Rai, we got Little Biggs, we got little Staniel, little Lulu, and we got a little Pom-Pom, and yes, we are going to mother pick and chat later on, because where the fuck have you been for the past 2 years? But anyway, and could everyone roll me another perception real quick?
Yep.
For sure.
Nice, 19.
Because while all this is going on, there is just the casual chaos of everything. And then, Rai? You're the one who's got the highest, but let's go top to bottom on this one. Biggs, you're happily in this conversation. You are just immersed in this conversation with your cork thingies, and everything is going pretty dang good. Lulu, you're also pretty absorbed in this conversation. But you both might notice as Lynn kinda perks up, and her ears twitch towards the big double doors which have swung shut again. And Rai, you definitely hear this. You hear a thump 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 thump, and it sounds like a small stampede coming towards the door. And there is the very distinctive stop, and then a thunk. As yes, the doors are blown wide open a second time in half an hour. And in...
Ryan's going to hide behind Staniel.
Oh,
I think Staniel was like on top of Lil Biggs, just like having a conversation with him.
And
But if you are showing fear, then Staniel will absolutely just lean down and pick you up so that you are with the two of them.
Okay. he doesn't weigh very much, so you can go right ahead and pick him up.
Protect the child.
Protect the child.
And there is a full-on Ogun with a nat 1 just goes, what the shit? And this is a hare who has leapt like several feet in the air. And at the door, there is a small swarm of stagehands. And at the very front, there is a very, very old tortoise, absolutely grinning. His hands on his shell hip, in the same pose as Lynn had earlier, just going, surprise, mother peckers!
Ronnie's just gonna burst into giggles at that.
I think Staniel's trying to catch his own dad. Wait, hold on.
Roll to catch your dad, kid. All right, I heard that. I hear you in your little DM chats, Babble. Yes, you can. All right.
Yes.
As everything is going on, there is the hare that jumped in the air, and the hare is coming down, and there is sepia Grawlix spilling everywhere. Yes, that hare was done a startle. And Babble, I'm not even going to have you roll for this because this is absolutely brilliant. Oh, but in fact, you know what? We're taking it. That 22. There is another stagehand who has come into the picture. a elderly toucan, or not elderly, around same age as little Logan. And yes, this hare is now caught. He is safe. He is not going to be harmed. And he's just there going, oh, hey, little Sammy. Good fucking catch.
Okay. Well, now I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, here goes. The fabric that I had. Nice of you to drop in. Hello.
Yes, hi. Holy shit, you're strong. Anyway, what the fuck?
And you fall a lot.
Yes. And yes, there is now a blushing hare in little Sammy the toucan's arms.
Lil Biggs is oblivious to the chaos going above them. They slowly turned around before. Now they're slowly turning back to the door.
Yes. In which there is a very happy old tortoise now waddling in. And he's ever so slightly taller than you, Rai. You get the feeling everyone is around your height here, except for little Logan. These guys are pecking short, man. And he just comes in. Oh, that was fun. All right. Let's see who we got. Pom Pom! And yes, and in standard Toon fashion, Lynn is once again pancaked. Because that was
very good.
She's just there. She goes, hi, Uncle. And yes, the monkey is airborne. As she is held aloft, there is a hug, there is a squeak, and now she is literally being held over his head, just curled into a ball so that she doesn't scrape the ground. And she's just going, hi, Rai, meet your uncle. Rai, save me.
Rai's just going to give a very meek wave from where he's sitting.
And you brought your fucking son. Oh, okay, you're going down. And Lynn is just plopped very gently down. And yes, there is the waddle. Oh, look at you. Holy pick. You're a child. I'm a grunkle.
Hello.
You've been a grunkle.
Nice to meet you.
Pleased to beck and meet you as well, kid. Holy shit, you're Lil Rai,
Yeah. At your service.
Oh, you are picking it up. We could eat you. No, we're not going to eat you. That's rude and many different types. We are not cannibals here, I promise. Oh, but look at you. Oh, you are just like the sketches, aren't they? Ogan, Hoppers. Oi, Sassafrassin, I'm talking to you. Quit mooning over your lady.
I think she was probably holding him up because she thought that was what we were doing. We're not doing this. We're not holding people above our heads. Okay, I'm putting him down.
There is a scramble. There is honestly, you all can see where Lynn gets the fluff ball from, because Ogun is fluffed and he is blushing like he's a brown toon usually. No, he's some shade of pink right now as he just goes, thank you.
My sincerest apologies. And she's going to start straightening his hair.
Oh, it's all right, darling. It's all right. Anyway, speaking of, and he does just, it is the very chivalrous. He just does a quick kiss to the palm of the hand before he just straightens up, smooths his own hair as well, and goes, and you, mother pecker. And little Logan is now pointing at old Tort, who's pointing at him. And there is a very
Spider-Man meme.
Yes. And there is a very sharp, quick conversation in Giant.
I don't think Rai knows that language.
And Lynn,
I am checking too. I don't believe that I know that one.
I will allow Little Biggs, Little Lulu, you both can roll, let's see, what would it be? Intelligence? Yeah, roll me intelligence, seeing as you guys have lived around these guys for a while.
Oh, you. That's surprisingly good for someone with a -3.
No. 13.
13. 13's good. 14's good. You both. It is very rapid fire. You can see that Lynn is following along because, yes, she does know Giant. And yes, she does swear in Giant often as well. And
So that's what Rai will recognize, just the
Yes.
swears, but
yes,
that's it.
it's. There's no heat. Rai can tell, because I know he's passive. Rai can tell that there's no heat, there's no major anger behind the words. But there is kind of a level of exasperation. And Biggs, you can pick up the words of letters, of delivery, of that sort of thing, and that both you and Lulu more so, there is confusion from old talk. And you get the words delivered, sent off and delivered. That these letters, the letters you guys know about that apparently never arrived, should have been.
I'm just gonna do a thing real quick. Everything's fine. Okay.
Okay, I swear to God, if that is your goddamn deception modifier, I'm gonna throttle you.
It is. I know it is.
But you will see little Logan getting closer and closer, and old Tort waddling over, getting closer and closer, and as they get in the middle, there is just a hug. They are still arguing, they are still the giant, but yes, they are still hugging, because this is a family, and you hug people when you haven't seen them in a while.
I wasn't tense, but he was a little on edge with the yelling at each other in Giant, but then there was the hug, and he's just like, okay. It's all good.
And Lynn's just gonna lean down and go, don't mind them, Little Rai. Seriously, every fucking time those guys... Wait, no, I don't want to say fuck around, you pick. Okay, every picking time these guys meet, there's at least one giant talk. You should have seen the time it was about splorts. That was Grolix flu that day. But
I was not there at the time, but I have seen how they talk about splorts, so I can imagine it.
Right. So, okay, so who else understood that? Who else understood that talk? Because I'm not gonna lie, I was mainly focused on making sure it didn't go pecking sideways and someone get tackled.
I know nothing.
Staniel just smiles.
Alright.
Mhm.
Alright. Okay, I'm gonna break it up. Oi! Picnics! And there are two thwips as both of them look. She goes, alright. I just gotta ask, who was in charge of the mail this season? And there is a considering look from the two there, and also from other stagehands around you all. Before, from behind you all, there is a happy little tap, 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 as someone else comes in, and you're presuming this person is the very happy person who's been delivering the mail recently.
Aw.
I love it.
They are so cute.
You will see a crow, a little crow who hasn't got any arms, bless them. They've got their stagehand coat is an entire wraparound with a stitched on front. And
It's a poncho.
It's a poncho. And there is
It's
their
a whole baby.
and there is their blue stagehand hat over another hat. You're not quite sure how that works, but it does. And they are just very happy. However, Rai, you might recognize this person very vaguely because you've seen them in the family photo album.
Oh, yes.
This is Uncle Reggie.
Ah.
This is Uncle Reggie who helps Lynn water a plastic plant. This is little Reggie, who was the one who sent Lynn to a cheese vault full of cheese as a case.
Rai's just gonna go, I bet that seems to be the mail.
And there is the very happy little waddle and blink, and then looking at everyone, and then very slowly going into their hammer space and pulling out a bundle of letters from their beak.
Oh, come on.
Hello, fellow stagehands. I bring mail.
Rai's just broken into giggles.
There is literally everyone in the hub right now is staring at little Reggie, who is just, they don't have a mouth either, right? But you can see they are beaming, and they have so many letters in their beak right now. This packet is overflowing.
Oh, they're so proud of themselves. Bless.
I'll take those, thank you. You did a great job at delivering the mail.
Thank you, fellow stagehand. Hello, Pom-Pom. Pom-Pom? Pom-Pom? And you guys see Lynn is basically, you know how someone can like do the predator stalk? You see the anime lens flare as Lynn is just like, Reggie! And there is no longer a Reggie there. There is an outline as Reggie runs. And Lynn gives pursuit, just, come here, I just want to talk! But congratulations, guys. You know what happened to the mail. Nothing sinister,
Hooray.
just Reggie.
Da-da-da-da.
Dee dee. Through gritted teeth, I think Staniel's just gonna hand it to Ogun.
Ogun just kind of takes it with a sigh and goes, okay, we have... Why did you give it to little... Actually, don't ask, I don't want to know. It was probably a betting pool. Well, at least we
Can
got
we drop
the...
the subject? We know what happened to it. Can we just have fun?
Oh, you want fun? You want fun? All right, we can have peckin fun. After I... You know what? I'll deal with these letters later on. And Ogun just kind of looks at old Tort, looks at the pile of letters, and then just, in that shenanigan way of I'm going to cause shenanigans on purpose, just dumps the entire pile of mail on the older man. Just goes, all right. Who wants a game? Oh, I'm breaking up. Oh no, I'm breaking up. All right, I shall lower my volume a little. Has that improved it?
It wasn't all the time, but it was a bit.
Okay.
Try leaning closer to your mic if you can.
I am going.
Discord is a bit.
I'm going to do the anime squat in front of my computer. But there is little Logan now looking at you all going, a game. Oh ho.
I like games.
Then a game you shall pick and have, kiddo. All right. I think I've got one in mind. And there is a grin as he goes, okay. All right. You, 1, 2, 3. All right. Pom-Pom's going to be back in a minute, I think. She tends to chase Reggie around the building and then she gets tired and then she comes back. We'll get her a pillow in a minute. Anyway, you three mingle for a second. I've got to plan something and also find my sister. Little Mao is going to be here somewhere. Oh, I'm going to give her a hug. She's not going to know what fucking hit her. And there was a UPA in hair next to you. That UPA in hair is running.
Well, don't tackle her too hard, and then Sam is gonna go after her.
No
Them.
promises!
Oh my goodness.
I find when there is much chaos, that is when the stagehands are having the most fun. Are you having fun, little one?
This is, yeah. There's lots of people who just like Mum here.
Your mother is the one who is the monkey. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I have not seen her around, but I assume she is wonderful, as the stagehands are wonderful themselves.
Yeah.
Little Biggs, you were gonna get another hug.
I think she's great.
No.
Would you like some of the chili? They are very proud of their chili. It does not taste like microscopic organisms, but it is very good in its own right.
We probably shouldn't have ice cream until after dinner, but I can probably sneak some. Not a crime if you don't get caught.
I brought something too. Hold on. That's not a one. He reaches into his red scarf and he pulls out a bottle, a glass bottle, and it's, I don't have a drawing, but I found a picture on Google. It's close enough. It kind of looks like this. It's black.
Ooh.
And he just sort of holds it in both hands and he goes, I made cordial.
Oh. There is old Tort who has finally managed to make his way out of, all of the mail that he had dumped on him. There is a couple of viridescent Grawlix just scattered around him as he does and goes, oh, would you look at that? That is picking fantastic. Oh, you are adorable. Oh, we are definitely, okay, we are going to drink that at the big feast later on. Oh, look at you. You are so smart at this. And he is just waddled over to investigate, and you get a very gentle pat on the head. Well, a gentle by this guy's standard. You're pretty sure he picks people up.
I like to picture that each pat, it's just like a squeaky toy noise that Rai makes as he compresses slightly.
Oh, just like your squeaky mother. In fact, actually, your little Rai. Have you got any middle names yet?
No.
They enjoy middle names here at the stagehands. I suspect that condition will not last the night.
Dang straight,
No, probably
Gadzooks.
not.
Which, speaking of, little Rai, this is Gadzooks, and this is gosh darn it, and he is gesturing at Little Biggs and at Lulu. And
Well, you.
I have been told that there were 5 ways to express love, but there is 6 because there is also swearing.
I will use the other 5. Thank you very much.
Yes, except when you're calling people fart brain. We do love it when you call them fart brain. That is amusing.
What would you say that? No! Call me out like this. How dare you?
As I said, I have been told it is an expression of love.
We are going to find you a swear name by the end of this thing, or I am not a mother pecker. All right, but you've met your cousins and Picnic. Oh, there's Picnic. In fact, actually, wait, Rai, little Rai, look at me. And there's the old tortoise looking at you with as much mischievous seriousness as he can.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been introduced to everyone yet?
Well,
Oh
I
no.
met Uncle Staniel
Mm-hmm.
and Uncle Biggs and Uncle Oaken, and you,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but that's it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then I think you need a formal introduction. Little Rai, would you permit your grunkle, and I cannot believe I am finally a grunkle, would you permit me to commit a shenanigan?
Sure.
All right. You probably don't weigh much, but let's see how this goes.
Gotta roll for it, man.
Yeah. That is
excessive.
Yes. There is Rai, you do see your mum coming back as you are picked up under the arms and then you are swung around and you are held aloft by this very short tortoise as he goes, "Mother peckers!" And everyone looks and he goes, "Behold!" And he lifts you as high as he can and he goes, "A stagehand!"
Doing the Lion King thing.
And there is a sea of rainbow Grawlix of all different types bursting from about 70 odd people.
He's just giggling and then he sort of just hides his face in his hands a little bit. Because it's just like, what the crap?
You need not be ashamed, little one. They did this tradition with me also. You will be fine.
Yes, I got to hold you up as well. That was fun. You are very big.
Raya's just kind of gonna look at Biggs and then look them up and down and she's just radiating confusion. It's like, how?
Old Tort can lift up a 7-foot tall rabbit. Okay, it's fine.
He's just gonna gesture at Biggs. It's like, but how?
Don't worry about it. We don't question the fact that the tortoise can do things.
Okay.
Sometimes you don't question what the tortoise can do, you just accept that they can do it. And he just gives you a very happy shake in the air, Rai. And at this point, I do think that Lena's come back, and would you all like to roll me one last perception thing?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Rice is shit.
Ricey, shit. Probably because
Daniel-
Rai is being in fact, you know what, Rai, you have advantage because you are being held aloft.
Oh, okay.
You have the power of height. Well, as height as a 3'5" tortoise can give you.
I'm loving the fact that Little Biggs and Staniel are pretty much on the same wavelength.
Excuse me. With that new roll, it's Lil Big Staniel and also Rai, because they also got a 12.
Yes.
Yes.
You all would see that the sea of Grawlix, these many people, this sea of blue stagehand coats and of black tops with golden stars on them. With a 12, you see that they've all gathered closer to you guys. And you don't see what they were talking about, but you can see that little Ogun has come back and he's got someone piggybacking him. Like, there is someone latched onto his back, talking to him very animatedly, as he's just that sort of exasperated fondness of, this is a sibling. As a female cat who is the same age as him, yet they are both acting like children here. As little Mal Stagehand enters the fray. And you just hear the end of it. Okay, you get one room. One. Alright? One. Dear heart, trust me. It's going to be great. Oh, hi, the kids are here.
Hi, Mal.
Hello, dear heart. And a baby! And she is just getting off, and there is the, oh god, my kidney, from Ogun as he stumbles slightly.
I have been informed that you life forms have 2 of those.
Most of us have 2 of them. Some of us strangely have 3. We're not entirely sure why. We would go to a hospital, but hospitals. And little Mal does just give a shrug at that. She goes, hi. And before she can carry on any further, there is a trumpet noise coming from little Logan as he goes, all right, if we're going to squish the kid anymore, can we at least have a speech first? Or a game? Who wants a game?
I know that little kids will enjoy a game, so I must suggest it.
Well, you're gonna play too, right, Little Bigs?
I can play too, if it pleases the stagehands.
But does it please you to play with us?
I am still learning if it pleases us or not, but it definitely does seem to be amusing. Do not worry for my enjoyment, my dear friend. I am learning which is best. The hide and seek I am not good at, but some of the others are fun.
I'm also not good at it, so high five.
Lulu.
So, here's the thing. Little Bigs does raise their hand up, but they have very sharp claws, so they just bundle it all into a fist, and then they gently put the fist into your high five.
Staniel, to give Little Bigs solidarity, will do the same with his feathered wing and fly up to match the height.
Very good. Very good. That's so cute.
Rai's still just sort of hanging in Tort's grip. It's like, oh goodness.
At this point, I think Lynn has come over and gone, oh, Tort, I pick and love you. Give me my peckin, kid! And there is just a kind of trade-off in midair as little Rai is just passed like a sack of potatoes from old Tort to your mum. As she's now just hugging you.
No, he doesn't get to touch the ground. He's a baby.
He's a baby boy!
Why are we tossing a child?
Oh, we're playing Toss the Child now? Okay!
Oh no! No! No, please!
This is another game I am not good at because of my aforementioned claws.
Oh, little Bigs,
Dangerous game.
little Bigs, we're gonna get you some mittens. I swear to pecking God, I'm pretty sure little Sammy can make you some mittens. Anyway, and there is just little Ogun just like staring at you all as like, I love these kids so much. He goes, okay. And this is where little Ogun's just gonna take over, and old Tort does go up to stand by his side. And little Mal, who just kind of looks at you, little Rai, as she makes a gesture of, we're going to talk later, as she pats you on the head and she just runs. And now we find all of you guys packed in with all these other stagehands. As the 3, well, old Tort is retired. You all know that. He's, well, the oldest stagehand at 163 years old. And then there's little Ogun, and there's little Mal standing there, the hubmasters of Villestown and Toontown respectively. And they just go, well, this is quite the turnout. I haven't seen this many stagehands in one place in many years. I mean, pick, we got Lulu. Lulu, you're here for once. And little Pom-Pom, and for once we've even got a new member, which has been wonderfully announced by the very old Codger. But I think we need introductions, and what better way to introduce to a hub than through a game? Who's in?
Me?
Yes.
I am in as well.
Heck yeah! And there is a couple of other people sticking their hands up, and there are grins everywhere as little Logan gives his own grin before bumping his shoulder with little Mal, and she goes, "All right, dear hearts. Seeing as we all want to get to know a hub, and quite a few changes have been made around the hubs recently, here's how it's going to go." And from seemingly nowhere, she pulls a glittery blue ball, and she holds it in her hand. She goes, "We've hidden a few of these around the hub. Find them, and let's say it might be a nice reward. There should be, a few scattered around, and we've even added a few riddles. Perhaps those will be helpful, Think fast, be quick, and scurry on your picnics." And she takes the ball that she has in her hand, and would Lulu and Rai, because I think you guys are close together, in fact, all three of you, would you roll me a dexterity? We're going to see who's the highest on this one, as she lobs it at you.
Just straight or a save?
Save.
Okay. I feel like this is not going to be Rye, but we'll... Yeah, no, that's a 9. That is a 9.
And Little Bigs?
Oh, you want me to roll too? I'm so sorry.
It's okay. You are a wonderful, wonderful tardigrade, and we love you.
I'm gonna be
Snail,
real.
my beloved.
I'm gonna be real. Lil Biggs was probably also canonically just zoning out.
Which makes sense
that's a
for the one.
That tracks.
There is...
So okay. Here's the thing. They zoned out so much that they tripped over their own feet, and so they're like face down in the floor and only just sort of going, "Oh wait, maybe I shouldn't be zoning out so much."
I would like to say, because I'm not rolling for Lynn on this one, Lynn is just squished underneath you. She let go of Rai so that he could listen to the talk, and then she is just squished going, "Okay, this is my life now." And
Luckily, this is soft.
Hello.
yes. Lynn is having the happiest time of her life. This is absolutely amazing pressure. And right, you see this ball coming, and I think you duck because holy shit, that is glittery and it is coming your way at speed. And
Danger, Will Robinson! Evade!
Daniel probably just like puts a wing out and catches it just before it hits him.
and it is a perfect catch. Like, this ball is now yours. It has been claimed. It is the first one. And you do see a ribbon that's wrapped around it. And as this is going on, you see little Mal chucking several other balls at other people with a very wide grin on her face. And she goes,
Good for
Well,
She has a grab little laugh. Wonderful.
"Little Mal, you're gonna kill them. Not if they dodge."
you almost killed a child.
but I didn't.
Exactly.
You didn't. You didn't because I was right here. And he's gonna hand the ball to Rai.
Rye's going to take it in both hands, and he is going to inspect it because, maybe there's a clue on it. Otherwise, she wouldn't be giving out, points. That doesn't make sense. Oh my gosh, I took the D in there. Probably. Hey!
Right! You amazing
Nat
bean!
20.
Alright.
That's not bad for Rye.
It's like something that 20s this game. It's amazing. You.
This is amazing. And Lynn is... Where she's on the floor, she's seeing you investigate this, and there is no disguising it. There is a beam of pride on her face as you are studying and studying. And Rai, you would see that around this glittery blue ball, there's a part that seems... It's still glittery, it's still light blue, but it seems a different texture. A ribbon around the edge of it. Something that you could probably peel off.
Oh, he is absolutely going to try and do that.
And as you do, the underside becomes clear. It's a note, a looping note that goes all the way around it, meant to be disguised as part of it. And on it...
What does it say? He's like, ooh, I did an investigation, and he's going to read it. He's like going to pull it out real straight like a fortune cookie paper and go, right,
Yes.
I got the clue.
And it unfurls slightly into a full little sheet of paper as it goes, "You found me, oh good for you, and here you find your first clue. There is a place of azure hue, an inland space, a sea of blue. You do not need a car or boat. It's a short trek, still grab your..." And it stops there.
Ooh, 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 ooh! I know the thing.
Do you tell the others
Right.
about this, Lil Rai?
Oh yeah, he'll read it out loud, and he's just gonna look at it and then look up and then sort of give a glance to the room and then look back at it, and then he's just sort of he doesn't have a mouth to smile, but you can see he's smiling. He's like, oh, I get it.
Staniel is pointing as subtly as he can in a very Tunis fashion to the blue coat on Lil Biggs.
In the meantime, Lil Biggs has successfully gotten off of Lil Pom Pom, so that's good. Upon being pointed at, Lil Biggs leans down and a nephew climbs up, and you realize that is how they have indicated they want to climb up. And then the nephew just clambers over them and then clambers off.
Yes, there's just intermittently, I'd like to imagine in the background at all times there's at least one person just climbing over Little Biggs. It's just how things happen. But
there's always an eye on them at some point.
I know Rosie is probably frequently coming over to Lil Biggs.
Yes, we love that rabbit. There are two rabbit tunes that are the nieces, and then there's... Hey Babble, are they all nephews, or is there a niece in there out of the Toucan babies?
I mean, they don't really... They switch. All of them switch sometimes.
They're figuring it out, and that's valid.
Good for them. Good for them.
Good for them. But you all get the idea that, yes, this clue is of value. It's leading you to a room, but which room?
Ryan's going to think about it for a second, and then he's going to look up at the other two, and I don't know where anything is in this hub, but Mom said that they make the coats here. Do you know where that happens?
There's just little squeaks and happy chirps from Staniel, and he's looking over at Lil Biggs and Lynn, and just basically with his face asking, can I?
Go for it!
Come with me if you want to see things. And he's going to turn around and bend down so that Ryan can hop on his back.
Oh, Rye's absolutely not going to hesitate in the slightest. He's like, ooh, this was fun the last time. Let's do this again.
Lil Biggs, you want to hold on to my feet?
I'm afraid that I would drag you back, but I can carry Miss Lynn if she would like me to.
Don't worry about it. I can do it.
And hang on, Ms. Lynn, Little Biggs, Gadzooks, I am Pom Pom. I am your cousin, and I am your friend, and yes.
I apologize, little big Miss Pum. I am still learning titles. I was told to only say Ms. or Mr. before. So I am still learning Lil Pum Pum. Lil Pum Pum. Lil
Yes.
Pum. And he's just sort of continuing that as he like waddles along, just saying Lil Pum Pum. Lil Pum Pum.
Entirely bad.
Good beat to march to.
Yes.
Yes,
It is a beat to march to. And Lynn just
Daniel. Oh, go ahead.
and Lynn is just beaming, she is squeaking, and she's gonna commit to a shenanigan and she's just gonna march alongside them to the beat of this little pom-pom.
You know, rumpa pom pom.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking too.
March to the beat of the pom pom.
Oh boy. That's good.
And I
That
think
is very good.
seeing as what the time is, I think as we begin our trek into the unknown of the hub, this is where we shall take a 5-minute break.
Okay.
All right, sounds smart.
Woo!
Woohoo.
Now drink your water. Oh no, my coffee, my cold coffee. I'm gonna chug it.
Oh, the
And I don't
pom
say
that.
chug, 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 but chug, 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 chug.
Oh god, that was terrible. I'm gonna do it again. But everyone, get your water, get your hydration, get your snackies, crunch your dice.
All right. I will really quickly be right back, just so I can refill my aqua.
I just chugged about a good 3/4 of my Arizona tea.
Ooh, that very good.
I'm very soft.
How's everyone finding it so far? Everything going okay?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna check the gallery because we have it.
Oh man.
We should
I really
have...
hope that my mute button on this mic is working properly.
Oh. Now, we should hypothetically be on schedule. If we do, I will be checking with Snail when they get back. If we do happen to overrun a little bit, because yes, maybe potential battle, is everyone okay with that? We're not taking away from anyone else's other things.
I need to be gone by probably about 11. It is now currently 9. So, no, what's that, 2 hours?
Yep.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
okay.
so I guess I'm going out for lunch, but apart from that,
All right. We'll make sure to. I'll make sure to plan within that. That's very good. Okay. Because we got. Yep.
Y'all have me all day because I'm off work. So.
Woo! Okay, so we got about an hour and a half left of this game. Yeah, we can make that work. All right.
I do need to give my cat his insulin and his dinner real quick.
go do it.
Go do it. Go run. Go give your kitty the insulin.
I'm doing it. Come here, you chunky butt.
Oh, that never gets old.
Oh, Chunkosaurus Rex.
Oh, God. I find it hilarious. The more I play these stagehands, the more they want to take the wheel of "we are chaotic, let us be so."
I mean, valid.
Such is the way of the stagehand. Look at what you created.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Stagehands, my beloved.
Stagehands are beloved.
Yeah, I know. You're getting food, huh? You had like a lunch
I might get another cup of tea. That sounds like a good idea.
Yes, go.
BRB.
Go, race off.
There you go.
Okay, race off. Make yourself that tea.
Alright, come here. Come here, butthole. I know. Here you go. A good chunk. You usually are a good chunk. You always do very well with your insulin, buddy. I love you very much. If you ate treats, I'd give you some, you little shit. But you don't like them.
Can I just say, I cannot see your cat, but I just imagine your cat and I love them, Babble.
I didn't hear the last bit of that, so I apologize.
We love your cat. They are very good.
Well, guess what? I love you, so there.
Impossible, I love you more.
I love you to infinity and beyond, times 2 and squared.
I cannot miss
Yeah, it
you.
is.
You've defeated me with maths. There we go. Do. Have I released all?
Okay, I am back.
Hooray! I am just checking.
The baby looks so tired because of this shit. I love it. I have turkey roast here with me and they've been drawing
Ooh.
Shark Dad and Shark Baby. And Shark Dad is basically a Karen.
Oh, God. All right. Are we all back? Are we all alive?
I'm back. I have tea, and possibly the most Australian snack you can think of, but anyway.
Yes.
Listen, sometimes you gotta munch. You gotta crunch.
You got a crunch. Also, Babble, I'm just sending you a quick thingy.
It's hard to think of a more Australian snack than a Vegemite and cheese flavoured shape. They're even Australian shaped. It's great.
Oh, that's great. We have like Texas shaped crackers, and they like have them at the HEBs, which is like one of the chains that's only in Texas. Really, really good at doing grocery stuff. Actually, it's better than some of the other grocery stores that are nationwide.
There you go.
Fantastic.
I love these because I love Vegemite and I love cheese and I love Vegemite and cheese and I love shapes and like they're
How
just
can we that?
delicious.
But tell me, Vegemite, that's a bit like Mama. And you like cheese? Cheese. Oh, hey, do you want Parmesan lemon?
Separated, but not divorced.
I do not fully have context for that question, so I am not going to answer it.
Don't worry about it. One day I'm
sure it's fine.
I'm gonna send you a Parmesan lemon one day.
That's not sus. I don't trust like that.
But,
I know what it's like to be a DM. I don't trust like that.
but I think we're all ready. We're all ready to come back. Yee. Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. We are ready. We are steady. And we are back. And Babble, where perchance has little Lulu directed everyone in their adventure?
Well, because I have something in my mouth, Lulu's also going to have something in his mouth, so he probably swiped a piece of candy somewhere first, and then...
There is just like random candy stashes all around this place because yes, Stagehands have a sweet tooth. You turn a corner, there is just like a small stash of candy taped to a ceiling.
Well, Biggs
Wipe
opens
one
a
all the way.
closet. Candy comes out.
Yes, exactly.
The candy closet!
There are many of these candy closets.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Oh, they have banana flavour. Heck yeah! And Lynn is just gonna like grab a handful and just crunch.
Okay, but after this, we gotta go directly to the sewing room / coat room because that's where the thing led us. And yup, I'm smart.
You,
I know things. I know things.
you
To
are
the place where they make the coats.
to the place, to the place,
Yes.
do. Racia! And Lynn is looking at all of you. She's started walking backwards. She salutes you. And Rai, she gives a wink at you, and then she is just expeditious retreat. Noom!
Oh, there is absolutely laser eyes from Staniel. He is going to challenge.
Ryan's just gonna, actually, I'm gonna, again, funny, because it is funny. I'm gonna roll him a strength saving throw to see if he can hold on. No.
Biggs!
Very good.
Little Biggs, please catch the boy! Little Biggs, please catch the boy!
That's a 0.
How I think that happens is little Lynn, there are pumpkin sparks off of her as she nooms. There is little Staniel, lens flare, noom. And there is where he was a moment before, there is just little Rai hovering in the air, just a blink.
And then, do I have to roll dex to try and catch Rai?
I will say how well you catch Rai because we are having a soft game. On a
Fair enough.
low roll, there is going to be a squish. Right, roll for me. Roll for me.
A 10. Not great, not terrible.
I think how that happens is, little Biggs, you are very rotund, you are very wibble wobble. You catch the Rai, and it is a full-on, he hits you, and there is the wobble through your entire system. This is a tiny baby, yet somehow they have carried such weight. It is the weight of love.
Ryan's just gonna sort of just take all of this in stride. He's just gonna look up at Biggs like, you're very squishy.
Yes, I have been told this many times, just like I have been told I am tall many times. Would you like to go to the sewing room?
Yes, please. I think that's where our clue is pointing.
And they just sort of trundle off.
Plod, 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 plod.
They are not fast. They are capable of being fast, but that is not their base state.
I'm sure that Lynn beat Staniel there. However, that doesn't mean that she can dodge Staniel tackle.
Oh yes. I'm gonna roll to see because Lynn's gonna get there. Do this sort of slide as she gets to the door. Just very cool slide. Ha ha! Got ya. And as she stands up, I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll a save. So you roll, and then I shall roll to contest on her end.
Is this just a straight dex or an acrobatic?
I will allow you to go with whichever one you think best because this is Staniel and we love him.
Okay. He continues to eat shit.
Well,
Nice.
well, this time he may eat shit, but once again, because I just rolled for Lynn, and for once, even with advantage because barbarian, she rolled terribly. That is at best an 8. So she slides. She looks very cool. She's about to look into the room, and then there is just a flailing toucan just hitting her. She goes,
I go down limbs akimbo. Oh no. Just a pile of stagehand on the floor.
yes. She's just like, okay, you didn't hit my kidney this time, so score. Also, my ribs. shouldn't be peckin surprised. Ah!
Yeah, but I'm also bigger and taller than you now.
Fair point. You were tiny and squishy when you were little. And Lynn, I'm actually going to roll strength so that Lynn, as she's getting up, because she's had an idea. Let's see, that is, yeah. All right. Lynn is underneath you. Lynn full on gets her hands underneath you and just, yoop. And Staniel, she is now holding you up.
Oh no, the weight of the world has made me so much heavier. No! He's intentionally making it harder.
No, it's peckin, not you.
Just to be a brat.
Lulu.
Gravity is increasing on me.
No, it's not. Your butt's gonna crush me. Gosh darn it. No. My weakness.
And he is now just hugging her.
Ah! And yes, she does the most dramatic flop on the floor of "you have bested me."
Oh my god.
And I think this,
Get ready, I win.
you win. And I think this is what little Biggs and little Rai come into. Of yes, you thought these two, you at least thought Lynn was professional, but no, this is shenanigans. And she's just there
A
going,
detective, a little Lynn Stagehand, is professional. Pom Pom, on the other hand.
exactly, you have hit a nail on the head. Little Pom, you just hear little Pomcom going, my cousin is crushing me to death.
Suffer!
No!
Suffer under the weight of how much I love you.
Miss Lil Pom, do you require assistance?
Yes, squish him! Squish the picnic!
No!
I'm gonna roll strength so I can finally show off what Little Biggs is actually good at.
Yes, this is the direct reason I'm facilitating this.
Pick Lulu up. They have
The dice said no.
They have many arms, so they sort of just got confused about which arms they were pulling up, so they're sort of just holding Lulu now.
You are caught! You're under arrest for cousin crimes!
No!
Yes!
You'll never take me alive!
It's too late!
And they fake dead.
We've taken you alive! Little Rai, back me up here.
If you're dead, you don't get to share the prize.
Well, I mean, he just shrugs.
Come on, Uncle Staniel, you gotta help us find the next clue.
Okay. I will do that and use my brain.
You have a brain cell. This is surprising. I do not have one.
I thought that was going to be so savage, and instead it's so soft. We hold Little Big so soft.
Cuando los dos.
Oh God!
Amazing.
Oh, God, I love you all
Amazing.
so much. I love you all so much. But do you all enter the room now?
Yes.
All right. Who's going first out of my many, many wonderful stagehands?
If no one else will, then Staniel will, but he's gonna wait for someone else first.
Little Rai, do you want to go first, kiddo?
Yeah, Rai can go first.
And you know what happens when you enter a new environment.
Get to roll a perception check.
You roll a perception.
Well, technically, it's smart to roll a perception check. If you're dumb, you just don't, and you don't figure out anything.
Yes, and that would make your DM very sad. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I could just be dumb anyway.
Yes. Little Bigs, I will support you. Oh, God.
Nobody sees anything.
We see nothing.
For our wonderful audience, Rai got a 7, Lulu got a 9, Little Bigs got an 8, so we got 7, 8, 9. Oh God! Oh
You're
God!
fine.
I tuck.
And the DC was probably like 10, and we're all just like, well.
The DC was 10.
It's a room.
Okay, I pick up my little notes as a DM and I sadly fold them into an origami swan. Okay.
We're just too dumb.
You are wonderful and I love you all. I'm gonna roll for Lynn.
Lynn, please, you're our only hope.
Lynn, save us.
Okay, that is a 6 on the dice, so thank you for that. And so that's a 12. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you.
By the skin of our teeth, we made it.
Yes, I think okay, I know how to play this into a gag. Okay, Rai, you walk in, and so do you, little Stan, and you, little Biggs. And this room, holy, even for you two who are actually here at Villestown, holy shit, there are a lot of coats right now. Like, there is, every available space is covered in a literal sea of blue coats, of the Stagehand waistcoat in varying shades, and varying different designs. You can tell some are made for the UPA-ians, some for the Warren, some for the Frankenalley. You might even say that some are made out of a different fabric, maybe for housing? It's all strange. And that there's ones for different arms and that sort of thing. It's all really, it's a lot of information to take in and a lot of blue. And as you're all just staring wide-eyed at this, Lynn comes in the back and she just takes a look around. And you guys, I'm saying, would you guys wander fully into the room or would you just stay in the doorway?
No, Ron would walk in.
Little Biggs would absolutely come all the way in. No ifs, ands, or buts.
And does he
Steve is probably stuck at the door because that's a lot of blue, and he has very poor eyesight.
Oh bless! He's got his glasses on though, right? So he's safe.
He does. It's still a lot of blue.
And Lynn walks in behind and gives a low whistle and a holy Oh! Hi, Auntie Francine! And all you three see that there is a giant rainbow squirrel who is just standing there staring at you all in the... How did you not notice I was here? I am also in the room. I am brightly coloured. There is blue everywhere. How did you not see me?
There's a lot of blue.
I do not have these things that I've been told are called eyeballs, so I can be excused.
Ah, yes, you can, little Biggs. Oh, bless.
I wasn't looking for a rainbow squirrel.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello there. Oh, look at you. Hello there. And who might you be,
Lil Rai Stagehand at your service.
Little Rai. And here, little Lynn, who is in the background going, my peckin son! She just goes, holy shit, you've multiplied. Okay. Well.
And I almost wish he was in his multiply eventually.
I honestly thought that old Tort was going to grab another one. I mean, I'm pretty sure last time I saw him he was trying to adopt a saber-toothed tiger, and no, it wasn't sentient. He was literally just trying to adopt a saber-toothed tiger. But okay. Anyway, shenanigans aside, hello there, little Rai, and oh my, you haven't got a coat yet. I'm presuming this is to do with the scavenger hunt, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Well then, you four can all look around as much as you like, because yes, we have so many coats right now. I mean, we've got the majority of all of the hubs, so we've got just under 100 people here right now. And yes, they keep on coming to me. Yes, they really need to mind their own business on this front. I mean, seriously, who decided to put a firework in a coat? But anyway, but you can come over here, Little Rai. I mean, if any of these take your fancy, and you can just explore as you want. And yes, she's looking at you very warmly, Little Rai, as she just gestures you over. The rest of you
Isn't
get
Mom supposed to be helping
Your mother,
with this?
she is, I believe she's... Well, you know how she and your father get, and, well, I'm not exactly going to get in the way of that, am I? The betting pool is running rather high.
You guys are betting on my parents?
Absolutely. Moving on and dropping the subject entirely before I absolutely ruin an entire situation and a large money pool for myself and old Tort. Anyway.
Are you asking for help making the coats?
That would be wonderful. I think I'll be fine. Honestly, I actually enjoy the work here. And it's good for these old hands. But make yourself at home or make yourself investigating, however you see fit. Basically, go wild, picnics. And she's just going to, in essence, throw whatever... She has a waistcoat in her hands. She just throws it onto one of the piles, and she's now just looking intently at you, Little Rai. Just, like, hands on her knees, ready. And the rest of you can roll investigation if you like. Rai, you can as well, or you can directly investigate the coats to see if there are any you like.
Oh, right, we'll have a look through.
And the rest of you, could you please roll me investigation?
Investigation.
And-
I think I'm not good at that.
Dad got a 6.
Yes. I will use that 6. I will use that 6 very, very well. You have enabled me, my child.
Yes.
Little Biggs, you wonderful, wonderful bean! I have got to ask, how does Little Biggs see? Are they still able to see colour, or is it all just a bit strange for them?
Hang on, let me do a quick research about how tardigrades see.
I will also say these are toons, so if you don't know, you can just say the power of magic. And bullshit. Seriously, stagehands are full of bullshit.
Oh, okay. So many species of tardigrades do have eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that means that Little Biggs does have eyes, they just lied.
Okay, Little Biggs, I love you even more now.
To be fair, they're small eyes, but I think they just straight up lied.
Yes. Little Biggs, we love you so, so much. Alright, I'm gonna go with Rai first. Rai, you're looking at these coats, and yes, there are many. There are ones that look like Lynn's, there are ones that look like Staniel's, where they're the lighter blues, and Little Biggs with the darker. There are ones with stars, with stripes, with frills. I mean, little Francine does have a very nice yellow frill on hers. You get the idea that she's hand-sewn it herself.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll admit we haven't really talked about this before, but is there any that take his fancy at the moment? Anything that he likes? Because
Well,
you go.
he kind of looks at the different ones, and he sort of, because he's just looking through a pile, and he sort of just filters out the ones that are not the same shade as Lynn's one, because he has to have the same color blue as his mum's coat. And then he's just sort of looking at them and going, well, I like the collar on that one, and they've all got sleeves. That's gonna be a problem. And like, there are bits of that one that he likes, and bits of that one that he likes, but not a one individual coat that he likes. And the more that he looks, he kind of just sort of deflates a little bit more as he sort of looks at them going, nah.
Little Mal has got really good insight. Not Little Mal. Little Mal is not here. She's off causing some shenanigans elsewhere. But little Francine does kind of see this, and she does. There is a very soft, ginormous tail that just baps you on the back, and she goes, each stagehand's coat is made different. It's, if you don't like sleeves, I mean, I can see why, we can have those tailored around those. And I and old Tort and little Sammy, we make them here. I mean, old Tort travels up here special to help making them. If you find a design you like, we could always sketch it out and we can send it back to you. I mean, I know there's a special date coming up soon.
He just immediately goes stiff and he's like, Mom told you already? Oh, okay.
Your mother has a message. It's quite frankly incredibly surprising because I just learnt this 5 seconds ago. I'm quite impressed. And she is looking at Lynn, who is just diving into a pile of clothes to hide from this conversation. She just goes, anyway, she's very loud with message. We'll work on that, I'm sure. By the love of Crunkle, we'll work on it. But if you find something you like, this is how we make these coats. It's what makes it feel comfortable for you.
Okay. Well, I guess I could draw something.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to reach into his scarf. What is 10?
Hey, you gotta draw something.
It's not a fumble.
I'm sorry, I had to.
We love it. We love it.
It's not a fumble. So he's just going to reach into his scarf and pull out, like, it's just some printer paper and a blue crayon.
Aww.
And he's just sort of going to start he could half sit on the ground and then just sort of draw the different parts of the different stagehand coats that he really liked the look of. He's going to spend the next couple of minutes doing that.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to say, as you half sit, there is a giant fluffy tail that just goes under you immediately as a pillow as little Francine just tucks herself next to you. She's not letting you sit on the floor. But yes.
He's an urchin. He doesn't care.
You are going to be loved and you are going to be given soft things if it's the last thing any of these stagehands pick and do. But now we cut over to the others. And I'm going to go with Little Biggs first. Little Biggs, your eyes see all.
Well, Little Biggs, what do you see? Oh!
Yes. But Little Biggs, you take in this room and it is a sea of blue, but you seem to be seeing it incredibly well, in that there's almost a pattern to how these shades of blue are being sorted, in how there are dark streaks as there's almost bundles put together, and the lighter streaks next to it. And it all seems to be these little streaks of different colours that to others would just seem, well, just like a sea of blue. You see the pattern as they all seem to coalesce around a single smaller pile that just seems to be off to one side, rather innocuous, but it's there. And while you investigate that, little Stan, sweetheart, baby, honey pie, that's a 6.
Yeah.
Lulu, I think what you take from this, because I've seen this toucan. I've seen this toucan in DMs. You've shown me much of this toucan. I'm pretty sure the smart thing in their head is find the biggest pile and investigate that. And so I would like you to roll me a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
You're cutting in and out really bad. I only heard find the biggest pile.
All right, you find the biggest pile, and obviously, Taking out the bottom one is the best way to unveil everything. I would like for you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh
Brilliant.
Could go wrong.
boy! Everything.
It's a 19, so you... Honestly, little Staniel, you thwip out this bottom one, and no, this is... Oh, hey, this is little Logan's waistcoat. And then you hear the rumble, and you look up at this towering pile that is swaying and swaying and just about to fall over, and you step to one side.
That looks like it's going to take a lot of time to sort. Oh, dear.
Sorry.
Oh, for the love of fucking Crunkle. Don't worry. Honestly, it's not that different to when Reggie comes to visit. Although...
Are you sure you would not like assistance?
Tell you what, you find your little doodad doohickey bauble thing. I'm not allowed to tell you what it is because little Mao is... Honestly, she's been very excited about this. She did kind of run in here and throw everything everywhere. It was chaotic, but you find your thing. I'll tidy up a little, and if you can help me at the end, that would be smashing. Okay.
No, I'm gonna help you because I did this. It's my knee.
Oh, bless you.
And he's going to help me.
All right, you roll me performance, and Biggs, would you like to roll me? In fact, I will let you decide what to roll to extract something from this pile.
Would survival work as I try to carefully pull it out?
Yes.
Okay.
Survival will work very well because, as we know, Little Mao is a trickster.
It's only an 8 though,
Okay.
so...
There is an 8. It's surprisingly... Biggs, as you go into this pile, you have claws. Your claws which are sometimes sands... Oh, sorry, you have fingies. You have fingies with corks on, or sometimes without corks. You don't seem to be tearing anything as you go in. However, you do latch on to something, and it's round, but there does seem to be something connected to it. And there is a little snip, and there is a burst of confetti out of this pile. And I would like for you to make me a small dexterity saving throw, please.
I sure will.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Little Biggs, you are covered in confetti. Absolutely covered in confetti. It is
Oh dear.
rainbow. It is actually surprisingly made out of tiny little paper Grawlixes. And it is all over you. You are very colourful and sparkly. You're probably not going to be able to sneak anywhere for a while, love.
Oh my. I seem to have found something.
Oh boy. Dang it.
And Lynn, who you guys have lost sight of Pom Pom, because Pom Pom did just bury herself in the clothes, and there is the rustle, as a mound kind of moves through everything. As she does just pop her head up and go, oh, hey little... What the heck happened to you?
I believe I've set off one of the stagehands' diabolical traps. Woe is me.
The swear-fetty. It gets us all eventually. But did you find anything else, or was it just, sweary?
Did I find anything else? Or was it just sweary?
In your hands, around this trap, there is still a little ball that you have now got. And
I did find something else.
do you pull it out?
Yes.
Congratulations! You have found another blue sparkly ball!
Hooray!
Little Biggs, the finder of the balls.
The finder of the balls!
You guys can't say it like that. What if someone hears?
God damn it! We can't! I'm sorry, I've got to take a second now. You've killed your DM! You've killed your DM!
I'm sorry.
Your DM is dead on the floor!
Joke.
These are PG tunes! Well, actually, no, they're not. I mean, seriously, have you heard these guys swear?
Technically, they're PG-13, I'll have you know.
Yes, fair point. We are PG-13 tunes. We swear, but there is no nudity.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
Right. So, do you want me to investigate the ball, or do you want me to hand it off to somebody else?
I will allow you, because you have found it, Little Biggs, you are allowed to investigate. And if you like, I will give you advantage if you do terribly, seeing as you have seen how Lil Rai did it before.
Like, if you would give me advantage, considering that was a 2.
Oh, God, I love you. I love you so much.
That's a 12. That's better.
Yes. A 12, I think a 12 just about does it. You are looking at this ball, and it is in your hands. It is a very nice ball. It fits very nicely in your hands. And as you're running your fingers over it and investigating it, your claws do catch on a very similar to what Rai had seam. Another ribbon hidden.
I believe there's another riddle for everyone to enjoy.
Huzzah!
Oh, what is it? I was going to look up from his drawing. He's being indecisive because he's drawn a bit and then scribbled it out and drawn a bit and then scribbled it out. It's like, decisions.
No, baby!
Oh, bless you. You are just like your mother. But we'll finish this off later on. I mean, there's going to be the feast later on, and after that, there's the cuddle pile and sleep. Because yes, all of you stagehands, including myself, are going to get some mother peckin sleep, even if it kills one of us. But we can finish this later. You go and have fun, all right?
Okay.
That's a sweet little picnic. And little Francine is just going to go off and investigate, or not investigate, she's just going to go and deal with the piles and piles of outfits. Including the ones that little Mao did just, I kid you not, little Mao earlier burst in, went, "I'm causing mischief!" and just threw everything everywhere.
Alright, what does the riddle say?
Alright. Now, next one. As you unfurl it, it goes, "You've done it! You've found me! Oh, it fills me with glee. Now. I hide neath plants that sway and tower, that watch the sky for many an hour, near many a shrub and bean that grow. 2 treasures down, 2 more to go." And you can roll me history, or I will allow
boy.
history or investigation. History is specific because Biggs, you've lived in this place for a while. And Rai,
Both of them are bad.
oh bless your cotton socks.
I'm gonna say that's history because I have been around, even though they both have the same modifier.
Now, Biggs, you're using your big brain. You do not have the brain cell, yet your gears do seem to be going, because the DC on this was 12, you clever bean. And it is engaging. There is the Microsoft boot up noise, no doubt. And you do know that the first place you go is there's a nice pool. That's the pool that you're allowed to be in. There are sunflowers painted on the wall, but no, that doesn't seem quite right. And then you remember that every stagehand makes their chili from scratch. And so there has to be a garden. Oh wait, the roof garden. That's a place
I
to
believe
go.
if we go to the roof, we will find a lot of sun, and with the sun will be a lot of plants, much like is mentioned in the riddle.
Rai's gonna do one of those long gasps, like, there's a garden on the roof here too.
It is very nice and very pretty. It's how we make all our chili. I wanted that to rhyme, but it did not. Sad face.
It was great. You did peckin' fantastic, Biggs. I'm gonna roll 2 performances because there's stuff going on in the background. And with a 17 and a 15 respectively, there's little Francine and little Pom Pom just in the background while you two are talking. There is just a flurry of chaos as all of a sudden all of these stagehand coats are being sorted really well. They are being stacked, they are being sorted, they are being thrown on actual hangers instead of on the floor. But yes, it seems as though things are going back in order and you are able to advance to the next round.
Woohoo! Rai is now bouncing. He is excited about the concept of a rooftop garden.
And I'm gonna say it's quite easy to come back. Also, Babble is lost to the void. Babble's brother is in the building.
Babble will return.
Yes.
After these messages.
We shall just see.
Toonkind tea! It helps you have testosterone and it helps you drink.
I choked on my biscuit.
A&C products. We have a lot of stuff. It's not great, but it is stuff.
Snail, I love you. You are absolutely fantastic.
Left shoes for people who only have their right foot and hasn't found the right guy.
Oh god, that was
It did not
terrible.
work the way I tried to make it work.
That was
I'm
terrible.
sorry. My
I-
announcer voice sometimes gets ahead of me.
I love you so much. I'm coming for your kneecaps. There is the distant. I am going to mute and I'm going to run to Texas and I'm going to steal your kneecaps personally. But I think while all this is going on, it's just, yes, you guys have figured out the riddle. There is little Mao now just in the background, just kind of staring at all of you. I mean, like, I think little Staniel's kind of got a little buried. Like, there was chaos, there was flurry, and he has kind of been buried a little bit in the extra coats.
Now
Probably.
I've seen.
Oh, the Babble returns, and the little Staniel can be free. The little Staniel can be freed from the small pile of coats.
I have no idea what's happened because I also deafened.
Oh, bless. But
For kidnapping him, that's my bad.
No, you shut your mouth. You came in, you had to update me on things. That's not your fault.
oh, bless your cotton socks. But honestly, we found a weapon.
Snail says hi.
Hey guys, I'm sorry some of your artwork's gonna be a little late. I was only anticipating like 3 weeks. It's probably gonna be closer to 4.5. That's my bad. Sorry.
No, bless.
We adore your cotton socks, don't you worry. I don't even know what you're worried about, so don't actually listen to me, though.
Yes.
I have the thing up on really high so that they can't hear you with the low voice. I'm sorry.
Alright.
I'll tell them later.
Okay.
Alright. Shall we
Scheme.
continue? Shall we continue with our exploits?
I'm sorry.
We found the clue and we're going to the rooftop garden.
Yes.
Rooftop
Yes.
garden. Rooftop garden.
Rooftop garden.
We're at the rooftop garden. What?
We travelled by montage. It was fantastic. And yes, I'm canonically saying that is what happened. Little Bigs did that, and now we are there.
Well played.
Alright. You are up there. You are on the roof garden. Do you want to roll perception, or do you just want to roll with things?
I'm going to roll a perception and then I'm going to roll a nature afterwards, but let's do perception first.
I keep almost typing in the coconut gallery my actual rolls. 14's not bad. There's better. We've gotten better, but it's not bad.
No, his nature and his perception are the same thing, so I won't roll twice. Never mind.
Oh my god.
All right, hang on 1 second, guys. Keep going. Just know that I will be comforting my dog. I think she's having a nightmare.
Aww.
Oh.
So, we have 14. We have 15. And we have a nat 20!
Staniel's first, I think.
Daniel's first nat 20! Oh, the baby boy! Alright. Alright, with that, and let's see, Rai was also rolling nature within that 15?
Yeah, I was going to roll twice, but they're the same modifier. So, I mean, I can roll a nature separate if you'd like, but...
No, you know what? We're going to roll with this. We're going to bundle and roll, because that's what we do. Alright, Little Bigs, in fact, I'm going to say this as a group first. As you all come up, this is on the roof, but as you come up, it's through an actual door. Unlike Lynn with the trapdoor leading up, no, this is like an actual warehouse top of the building. And so you open from like the fire exit onto the roof. And it's not actually directly to the roof. It's a greenhouse. A giant greenhouse where you can see up and up into the wonderful sky, the fluffy clouds, and the sun for once actually shining out. And inside there is creeping ivy and vines and flowers across the walls. And different patches of, like, Rai, you garden. And that's, you garden, and it's very good gardening. And you see here what others similar to you do as well. It's not like the sprawling expanse of Asclepius's garden. There aren't the poisons or the other flowers that he does. But there is a toonish array, including every kind of ingredient you can find for chilli possible. There is arrays of the different types of chili pepper, of bell pepper, of courgettes and aubergines and carrots. Carrots in varying hues of comedic intent. You're pretty sure one of them is bright pink.
Trying to think whether or not you get those in real life.
You do now.
Not pink. You can get purple.
Nope.
Right.
Well, these ones are bright neon pink. They are literally glowing.
Stamp of approval.
Yes.
I like it.
The Rai approves! And
Rise actually gets up and he's looking around and he just sort of starts, he claps his hands together a little bit and just starts bouncing on the spot.
and with all that, let's see, let me roll something. There is, you do, all three of you, I think Biggs, because you get the lowest, this is, you know up here, this is really nice. This is a warm, it's humid, it's actually really comfortable for you, seeing as it's that lovely level of humid. Like, your coat keeps you moist or damp. Damp is a better word. I know people. I know people. Do not fucking dare. But,
Everybody is interacting with dogs right now.
bless.
Uh,
But you're looking around. You do, because you are at the back, you do realise that Lynn didn't join you all at first. And then she does, and she's kind of glancing back at the door and then just rolls her eyes and mutters something under her breath. It's fond, but you definitely can tell that something happened as she was just coming out with the rest of you. Meanwhile, Nat 20, Staniel, Lulu, you know this garden. You know this garden very well, probably because you come up here frequently with some other people. And you know when things have been disturbed. You can see past the beans, past the sprouts, past the really, really vibrant carrots that might be a red herring, but none of you rolled low enough to get that. And you notice the sunflowers, and specifically that there is a bump underneath the sunflowers, as though the ground has been dug up and then patted down really quickly.
Well, Staniel doesn't like it when the garden is admittedly disturbed in a way that doesn't, like, help the garden grow. This is, like, his primary hangout spot when he is home. So, he's going directly towards where that soil has been disturbed, and he's digging up whatever it is, muttering that, I swear to God, if it's the nephews, I am going to, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to be happy that they need to stop messing with the garden.
If Sammy ain't happy, ain't nobody happy.
Oh, bless. Oh, bless. But does he draw attention to it from everyone else as well? In fact, actually, this is the one that, like, Rai investigated the first one, Little Biggs investigated the second one. Kid, go ahead. Lulu, this one's yours.
It's your time to shine.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I will give advantage because that's what I gave Little Biggs.
No, I mean, his stupidity is shining.
Yes, we love him so much. Does anyone wish
Does
to
he
help
dig
the
the
two
thing
come?
up and then throw it over his shoulder?
You know what? You know what?
Yeah.
With your permission, does little Stan just straight up do that? Just dig up the thing, go, oh, hey, neat, throw it over his shoulder, and then go, oh, wait, that was the blue shiny ball?
I don't even think he realizes, like, I think he sees the blue shiny ball, gets frustrated at it, and eats it, and then he goes back to planting something.
I
Why are
love
you
it.
putting balls in the garden? They're not seeds.
Wait, a ball? You found a ball?
Yeah, I found a sparkly blue ball where there should have been a daffodil seed. Who put that there? He stopped over to grab a daffodil seed and go replant it. He does point towards where he threw the ball. So.
I think...
Lil Biggs is just slowly creeping towards the ball, like, is he gonna notice? Is he gonna realize, or is he just gonna leave it?
I'm gonna say he's gonna leave it because I love the fact that he rolled a -2.
Yes, dear God.
From a nat 20 to a nat 1.
The
Oh,
duality of the dice passer. It giveth and it taketh away. Alright. I think Lynn, who has cottoned on exactly what happened with that was a 24 on perception for her, and she's not going to do anything. She's too busy wheezing. She is just, this pom-pom is giggling as she just goes, little Biggs, you might want to bring that back.
All right, little pom pom, I've got it. And they just pick the ball up and then waddle it over and hand it off to Lynn rather than observing it themselves. She did say bring it back, not look at it.
There is a very gentle forehead bonk as she just presses her forehead to you, just thank you. And she's gonna take it. And okay. And in befitting of Lynn, Rai, your mum is a detective. She got a peckin that 20 on this thing.
Well then.
She looks at it. She looks at it a little more, and in one movement, she's gonna try and do something cool. She wants to be cool in front of her kid. Okay, that is a 23. That is nice. Thank you, Pom Pom. Thank you for allowing yourself to be cool for once. But Lynn just looks at it, and then she looks at you, Rai, and she throws it in the air and catches it with her tail. And as she passes it back to her hand, in the crook of her tail now, is the last note. And she's
Rai's gonna give a little clap.
and she does a bow. And she's like, all right, little Staniel, you finished planting, gardening, green thumbing?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
I'm gonna chase whoever just did that. He's got mud all over him. He's dusted himself off.
I don't believe that will be necessary, but it would be fun for you stagehands who like running around, so I will accept it.
Rai's just gonna look at Staniel, look him up and down, and go, I don't think you even have thumbs.
You don't need thumbs to garden things and to know when the garden has been messed with, and he's eyeing where the daffodil has now been planted.
He's just gonna look down at his own little twiggy fingers and then just sort of give a very knowing nod. Yes, this is true.
Mm-hmm. All right. And Lynn is going to unfurl the final one and just go, all right. Okay. And it says, another found, well, I'm impressed. Your fortune's favour, so very blessed. Now take a route past memory lane, onwards, a last treasure to gain. And she just goes, And you can roll me insight if you like, you three.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, before I roll, I'm just going to say I bet that Lynn's already figured it out, but she's trying to hide it. That's my bet of why we're rolling insight.
Little bit.
Yeah, handshake, 18s.
Okay. Staniel, you don't pass it, bless. You just barely... Lynn looks the height of contemplation. She is doing the thinking. She's giving off all the signs that you know.
He's gonna squat down beside her to try and be closer to her height and do the same thing.
God, it's like another Spider-Man meme. But Rai, you know your mum and you've been on a few cases with her. You know when she's trying to do the thinky thoughts so that you can have the time to do the thinky thoughts. And little Biggs, you just see through all this bullshit. This is Stagehands. Lynn's figured it out. Lynn's figured it out a lot. And with your one, little Biggs, I mean, Rai was off busy investigating other stuff. You have a feeling that Lynn knows a little more of this situation than you all do. But she goes, okay, past memory lane. There's the wall of memories, I think.
There's a wall here, like at home.
Bit different, kiddo. We have the wall of love, but here, well, here they have the wall of memories. It's for the people who aren't, well, the stagehands who aren't around anymore. It's always fun to go past. It's nice to see everyone again. But I'll admit it's strange that it's this room. Last time I checked, it was just a storeroom. Ah, well, nothing to be said about that. Onwards for peckin glory! And she just goes new.
Shall we all new?
I don't know where we're going, so you guys will have to show me the way.
Oh, Peck, I left the kid! And there's the Noom back of Lynn going, I abandoned my boy!
She abandoned her boy.
I'm retrieving him! I'm retrieving my son! It's okay! Okay, we're okay!
Walking.
And Rai, would you allow your mum to commit a shenanigan?
Sure, shenanigans are all good for me.
There's the tum 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 tum. The door slams back open. Lynn, I abandoned my boy. She sees you. She runs over. She picks you up because you are about the weight of a bag of grapes. And then she turns on her heel again and goes, onwards, part 2. And and with a 17, yes, she just full on picks you up. And yes, the other 2 of you, bless your cotton socks, there is now an outline where a monkey and a little shadow once were.
I shall repeat myself. Shall we new?
I don't really feel like numing this time, but yeah.
All right, shall we walk? So they're now walking slowly to where they need to go.
The more conventional method of travel.
Yes. And I think we've got about half an hour or so left. So, hey Rai, would you roll me an insight while they're waiting for the other 2? Because Lynn will have ambled past the wall of memories and she'll be pointing out people like, oh, that was Auntie Jessica, that was Uncle Harling. Oh, he was good. He was a good jokester. And she's just going through them all. And 12? I'm just going to roll something on my end. Okay. She's hiding one thing but not another. One thing she is hiding. It's actually a good thing. I promise. This is a light-hearted game. You can tell she's happy. You can tell she's happy about one thing in the background, but she's also looking at all these faces nostalgically. She's not hiding that. She goes, I wish you could have got to know them, but I'm going to introduce you to as many people as I can at the feast, and in fact, actually, I've got to introduce you to little Haddie. He's the other cousin of ours from back at Toontown. I mean, he's my younger cousin. Oh, you're gonna love him. He's the best. He's into sound design. But
A lot of people on that wall.
yeah, there have been a lot of stagehands. I mean, Pick, All Taught wasn't always called All. He used to be Little Taught, I'm told. I mean, guy's 163. I think he retired about 25 years ago? 25 years ago. So before my time, but it's good to have memories. It's good to have ways to keep those that we've lost close. Remember them and all their fondness.
Yeah. I've still got to make a scrapbook so I can remember all the people I meet today anyway.
Oh, Old Tort's definitely going to help you with that. I mean, something tells me he's already been helping with that. He's strange. I mean, seriously, one day I'm going to teach you how to go into the vents. Seriously, it's peckin' fun.
Mhm.
But,
Okay.
But anyway, and she's actually going to yell, "Where the peck are you two? Come on!" And how are the other two of our party doing?
I think they're just walking. You have
Lynn.
anything creative? I think Lil Biggs is just like no thoughts, head empty.
I
Lynn,
think Staniel is like walking a little bit in front and keeping his face away from everybody.
oh bless.
But he's smiling.
Oh, I know why. I hold this boy so soft. But there is just, I do have the mental image of little Lynn going at breakneck speed, golden pom-pom bouncing off walls to get here. And now they're just waiting, her and Rai. Just, do. Want to play rock, paper, scissors? And there's just cut back to the other two, just ambling.
So cut to them walking, cut back to Lynn and Rai, they've pulled out chess, cut back to them walking, cut back to Lynn and Rai, they're doing something.
Now they've got 3 Dragonanti up.
To be fair, like, Staniel is also bouncing as he walks.
But
all right, is there anything preventing them from just showing up but late?
they arrive fashionably late, but nothing hinders them in the slightest. It's just Lynn and Rai surrounded by different. You're not entirely sure where they got the chessboard from, or the stack of cards that have now been made into a super tower, or the many other things, but they have.
Rai doesn't even know how to play chess.
Lynn basically knows. Well, Lynn does know how to play chess. She's very good at it. She has won a lot of money out of playing chess against other stagehands.
Oh boy.
It's only swindling if you get caught. That's what old Tort and little Mal taught her, and that's what she's sticking with. But eventually you do all get together, and Lynn goes, "Okay, how about we go in, Are you ready?"
What's special about this room?
I've got no pecking idea.
Oh.
And, right, you can tell your mum is hiding something. There is just like, it's that look of excitement where you can see she's ever so slightly treading on her tail because she doesn't want to ruin surprises.
Rai's just going to squint and then roll his eyes and then say, okay, well, let's go then.
And I think, hey Whis, you remember that thing I sent you earlier?
Oh, yes. I have deliberately not looked at it yet.
Yes.
Let me just get it.
And you all walk in. And I'm not going to have you guys roll perception this time, because this is a storeroom. There are crates, there are little things of just random knickknacks, but there are also purple curtains lining the wall, 2 suits of very badly done armor, like seriously, these are rust buckets. And then standing on a table with green carpet covering it is little Mal in the most gaudy, ridiculous wizard outfit you have ever seen, and a green hat with pink stripes. And she just full on at seeing you all arrive. I think you think she kind of was just going, are they gonna come? Have I made the clues too? Oh, they're here. And she just full on perks up with a of the evil cackle.
Rai's just gonna wave.
She waves back immediately because this is a child. She goes, wait, no, character. I am Clawful, the witch. And there is just Lynn in the background face palming going, oh, for the love of... Well, the theatrics are here, okay. And I would like for you all to roll initiative as Clawful the Witch is the final battle against the blue bauble.
We're playing make believe. Okay.
Does little Stan say that out loud?
Yes.
And little Mal, the Clawful Witch, goes, no, it's not pretend, dear heart. I'm not doing the right voice. I'm just gonna pick and fight you, okay?
Are you sure you want him to believe?
She's just looking at you all. And you do realise she is like full on trying to read your lips as well to try and figure out, is this real? Is this really what the... Yes, it is. This is little Lulu. Of course he believes this. And she just goes, listen, I've got to fight you, okay?
What?
It's the law! It's the law! And, okay... And she is very much going for it, seeing as she just got a nat 20 on initiative. Jesus Christ. Now, if only I could actually see. Okay. So, let's see. We have got little Mal. We've got We've got little Biggs. We've got little Lynn. I'm going to lump the two things together because they are silly. You honestly think those suits of armour have any sense in them? No, they both carry the same brain cell. Then that is that's Lil Rai. And then that is little Staniel because we love him. Alright, there's the order. And yes, I've put little Mal, but we all know that that is obviously, Clawful the Witch!
Oh yeah, totally, man.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just staring at you all as she just goes, I am going to cast a powerful spell! And Lynn, who is standing off to the side, just goes, Auntie, you're a rogue. You can't cast any. And before she can finish, she is hit in the face with a pillow. There is a thwack. And there is a very pink, fluffy pillow now. Lynn is just partially smothered by it. And Clawful puts a hand on her hip and goes, I know a very powerful peckin spell. It is called Hit My Niece with a Peckin Pillow. It's highly effective. And Lynn is going to take, and I'm gonna roll it. Lynn takes 10 damage. Lynn takes the full damage of it, and she pulls it off her face, and her face is just covered in sparkles, and she just goes, fair enough. And little Mao is going to spend the rest of their round. They could do other things. They could. They're not going to. She just full on cackles. She's really playing into the melodrama here, guys. And little Biggs, it's your go.
All right. Little Biggs is going to be like looking at the Wicked Witch passively. They're gonna watch the pillow hit Lil Pum Pum in the face. They're gonna reach into their hand of space and they're gonna pull out a halberd.
Woo!
It has become quite a toony halberd. You can see that the nieces and nephews have like put a lot of ribbons on it, but it's still a halberd, and they still point it at at the witch, and they are going to step directly towards the witch to engage them and swing their halberd. Does a 16 hit?
Yes, it does.
All right, their damage is a d10 plus 2. Huh? That's not what I want to do. D10 plus 2. They take 10 damage. But should I mention the special thing about fighting within the Stagehands realm?
Yes, because you are the holder of that secret. Spill the beans!
All right. So, let me pull it up to make sure that I quote it properly. It's gonna be in here somewhere. Hi there. Just a second. I'm reading so quickly. Okay. Stagehands rough and tumble and stagehand brawls are definitely a thing. These folks love hugs and climbing and stuff and playful bouts of stuff. Unfortunately, most stagehands have shit HP, like just the worst. Most are even low level. If you get to level 5, you're very skilled. So, to allow for spell casting and brawling without damage, these guys have designed and outsourced and called on connections over the years to have wards and sigils embedded in the hub buildings, taking a lot of family savings, but being well worth it. The spells or weapons are used reluctantly or with reckless intent, or just for fun with no malicious list behind it, makes the damage not equal damage. It's someone getting covered in sparkles or neon paint or something else that is safe. The exhaustion as if taking hits still occurs, but nobody else really gets hurt.
I love it.
Yes.
So, Lil Biggs has this halberd, which once again is still clearly a fully effective halberd, and they swing it hard, and it connects with the witch, and then all that impacts is it's like you threw a bunch of confetti in the shape of a halberd onto the witch.
And she gives a dramatic shriek of, you got me! And yes.
Right, absolutely looked worried, like really concerned for a second, and then just like confused.
There is a dramatic hand on Clawful's forehead of, oh, you've got me! Minions, avenge me! And
oh dear.
And is Little Big's gonna do anything else this turn? Because if not, Little Mao is just gonna ham.
Technically can do 2 attacks, but I think considering they want to make sure that everybody knows it's just a game, instead they're just gonna do the 1 attack and then sort of like look back like, was that okay? Like I know this is a game, but did I do okay? Like sort of nervous.
Little Mao is she's behind the other 2 a little bit. I know how I put everything, but she is just clapping at you. Like I'm gonna roll deception. No, that is okay. She got a goddamn 10 on her deception. That is a nat 1. She is just full on giving you the clappies. She is just clapping at you. She is very proud of you. You are fully playing into the theatrics. She is so proud of you, Little Biggs. And then it's Lynn's turn. And Lynn looks at all of this. And Lynn, her gaze doesn't go to Clawful the witch. Hers goes to these 2. One of them is it's an armor that looks like a duck. And the other one looks like a triceratops. And you both see recognition on her face as she goes, holy peck, I thought those 2 got discontinued. That's ducky tape. I'm tackling it. And she is just going to... Let's see if it's 5, 10, 15, 20. But no, she's gonna go for the other one just for entertainment. She goes for the Triceratops one. She looks at the other one, the duck, which is called Ducky Tape. And she goes to the one which has got the initials of DJ, and I will explain that later. And she just, like, full on grey tacks off her back. And she's just like, okay, you're getting peckin tackled. In fact, actually, I'm not gonna say it's her axe because she's got something else that she can do. She's gonna rage, and you will just see this pumpkin orange outlined golden blur running at the Triceratops. And with a 17, she hits, and she's just gonna tackle. And I'm gonna roll. All right. And we're doing the good rolls today.
Heck yes.
Okay, that is it. It's her max damage is a 12 plus 3. She got an 11 plus 3. So, out of the damage, you can tell there is a clong, and this Triceratops looks distinctly more wrestled than it did a minute ago. It looks as though it's about to collapse any second. And she's just now on top of it. Like, it's still standing upright, but you can just see the absolute glee on Lynn's face of, you get the idea she used to tackle this thing when she was younger. This is one of her favourite toys. And that's
hilarious.
And that's all Lynn's gonna do. Lynn is she's narrowed in on this one with an extreme intent, and she's just bapping at it. And it's now the minions' turns. And let's see, one is gonna go for you, Little Biggs. But no, let's see, I'm gonna have, the Triceratops is gonna go for Little Biggs. And the Ducky Tape, Little Staniel, Ducky Tape is coming after you. Yes, there is the waddle waddle clonk 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 clonk. As it's running at you, it doesn't pull out a weapon. It just runs at you. And it's going to slam you. Tell me, does a 10 hit?
1 sec. Oh god, where is his thing? Let's go back to combat. No, it does not.
Okay, this duck just clang, 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 and it hits you, and there's just a... As it does not hurt you in the slightest. And Little Biggs, the Triceratops is a bit better. Does a 19 hit?
Does
I think
beats it?
Yeah, beats it. So, you take...
I have an armor class of 19, yes.
Oh my god!
Oh
okay.
Wow.
Okay, this is hilarious. Okay. Little Biggs, this Triceratops turns to you. It is a minion of Clawful the Witch. It is not to be trifled with. It does you 3 points of damage.
1, 2, 3. Boink.
You have been thoroughly booped by the snoot of this Triceratops.
Thoroughly booped.
Yes. And that is literally all it can do. This Triceratops seems oddly proud. It's a mechanical thing. It seems very proud to have succeeded. And
It's a baby.
This thing is probably older than everyone in this room, but yes, it is baby. Lil Rai, it's your go, my fine child.
Okay. I think Rai has by this point figured out, okay, we are not actually trying to murder an old woman, so that's great. So that means we're showing off. Right. And he's just gonna straight up cast acid arrow at that Clawful witch. Oh boy. Well, not 88. Jesus. 13?
Hits. Meets it,
Nice.
beats it. You have no idea how squishy this family is. I had to buff them. They were squishy.
Oh dear, okay, target takes 44. Alright, 10 damage now, and then you get another 2d4 at the end of its next turn.
And tell me, because it turns into paint or into glitter or into confetti, what does Rai's acid arrow turn into as it materializes and launches itself at Little Mal? I mean Clawful.
I think it's that clear glue that's got glitter in it.
Yes.
It's like it shoots through the air and then just sort of splats against her as this green sparkly mess, but it kind of dries and hardens a little bit. But it's very sparkly and it's just green.
Yes. I'm melting! Wait, no, wrong movie. I'm alive! I'm sticky.
And Rai's just sort of he hit her and he's just sort of bouncing slightly, going, "Yeah, I did it, yes."
Good job.
Yes. There is... Little Mal is flailing, but she's doing the dramatic flailing. And Rai, you know sign. She is actually signing, "Good job, I'm so peckin' proud of you," in the midst of her dramatic flailing.
Oh, his little bounce, he gets a little bit more excited.
Oh. And is there anything else he wants to do? Because I'm dying.
Nah. I don't think I've got any. Oops, zoomed in. I don't think I've got any bonuses I want to do.
He will also be able to tell that Little Mal, as well as being sticky, as well as being covered in all this stuff and confetti, wow, she is actually looking... You look as though, like, a stiff breeze could probably knock her over at this point. You guys have hit very well. And now, little Stan, how you doing, kiddo?
Well, he's a little confused, but he understands, at least, at the very least, that, oh, okay, we're doing this now. And he's going to do something that I don't think he's ever actually done before.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to pop up, and he's going to cast invisibility.
Invisibility? Ooh.
Yes.
All right, how does that work, kiddo?
Well, basically, he jumps in the air, and all of a sudden, he's just kind of gone from that spot.
Oh, the peckin'
And,
magical bullshit. Ah, yes.
And he's gonna fly as close to Lil Mal as he can get.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's about all he can do in this turn.
What? I, as the DM, will say you can have an attack if you want, because I don't think this round is. Now we'll play fair. We'll play fair. Okay, so let's see. Then it's top of the round again. There is Little Mal. Oh, Clawful. Clawful. She must remember her name is Clawful, the Wicked Witch. And she looks. One of her children has gone missing. It's little Ogans. They'll turn up. They usually turn up. they just disappear and they reappear, and she doesn't entirely get it. He gets more of the magic children. She has two. They're picnics, but she deals with them. And in fact, while this is going on, Little Rai, you're the only one left by the door. Would you mind rolling me a perception?
Sure thing.
You know
That's a
nothing, Jon
7.
Snow. You know nothing.
No. He's too busy going game.
And we're going to wrap things up rather quickly, but there is the little Mal who's covered in all of this stuff. She's just there going, Well, when in doubt, you throw another peckin pillow at your problems, and and that is a okay. It beats it again. Apparently, little Mal is very, very good at using these pillows.
Nice.
Yes, very nice indeed. Because that is a 17 plus... Yep. It's a 17 plus 4, actually. Because, yes. And she's going to do a D8. And I'm going to roll it here so that we can see. Little Biggs, you take a tremendous 4 points of pillow damage.
Ah!
You shall
Did
never
I do
take
that
my
reaction
blue
right?
ball. The blue bauble is mine.
Oh boy.
And that is all she can do because she's actually going to roll to keep character. Okay, that is a 19. She is keeping amazing character. This performance is cartoony and would win an award. And she's going to pass it off to Little Biggs now as she, once again, completely hams up, full on arms thrown in the air. If she could, she would probably be giving off sparkles.
Because it's the end of her turn, she gets to take more damage from the acid arrow. So she gets another 4 points of sticky sparkle glue damage.
Okay, so you know what? That's great. That's absolutely fantastic. She throws her arms up in the air with, "You will never take my glittery blue bauble," and then she freezes in place because you've absolutely knocked her to 0 HP. She had 24. She had 24 goddamn HP, and that was because I doubled it.
Oh my. Mal!
Yes.
Tragically, I came in with a character whose entire backstory is all they're good for is attacking.
Yes, and it's amazing. And Little Biggs, you just see little Mal completely freeze up in front of you. Just mid-cackle.
Can Lil Biggs move to catch her as is she falling or is she just frozen?
She's just frozen. She's
Okay.
not hurt in any way. She actually seems to still be laughing on the inside.
Okay, if she's not falling, then we don't need to worry about it.
Yes.
Are you not gonna be okay, please?
So, congratulations, you have defeated Clawful. Will you defeat the little magic armors, or will you spare their lives?
Depends on whether or not they attack us, I guess.
Yeah, Little Biggs is gonna, upon hearing spare their lives, just gonna, hold their turn, wait to see if the little guys will move. If they do move to attack, then they'll take their turn. But they're just, are these guys gonna attack, or are they gonna be chill?
And seeing as it's the next turn is, let's see, who is the next turn? It is loud puppy noises. It's Lynn. Lynn also holds her turn. She is now just sitting full on, as if this is a horse. She's sitting on top of DJ, which is actually, it's got another name, but she's just like, If I bap you one more time, you're gonna turn into pieces of scrap. And I know this because we call you Dead Jim. And she holds her turn, and there's Ducky Tape. Ducky Tape is looking at you, Rai, and they're looking back at Clawful, and they're looking at you, Lil Rai, and they're looking at Clawful, and then they just kind of sit down, very confused but happy. And DJ, or Dead Jim as it's also known, is just like full on puppy mode. There is a wagging tail, there is a looking backwards and forwards of, did we win? Did we win? Did we win?
Yes, little man, you have won. We concede defeat. It was a mighty battle.
Oh, the Triceratops. The Triceratops does this kinda circle, this loop. Lynn is on its back, giggling, and it just does the full-on circle of triumph. It has triumphed! It has triumphed! It needs to give the gift, it needs to give the gift. And Little Biggs, in fact, Little Biggs, the Triceratops looks at you, and then it looks around, and then it looks at you. And then there is almost a rattling noise from inside it. And another rattling noise. And then it opens its jaw. And a blue bauble hits the floor and rolls out to a stop at your feet. And
I honestly thought you were going to make it poop it out. To be...
No! I will say, next to you, Little Rai, the duck is looking very confused and is also just like making faces as though it should be able to get a bauble out as well. It lays an egg. Just like straight up, there is a spontaneous egg. You're not entirely sure how that works. It's a mechanical thing. It shouldn't be able to do that. What?
Rai's just going to go, toon logic.
But congratulations! In very short rounds, you have defeated the Clawful Witch and gained your final prize.
Lil Meow, are we allowed to stop pretending that you're injured?
Yes, we are. Could you stick me? Holy pick! This is a lot of glue. What did you do? It's brilliant. And she is just still stuck in the thing. And Whis, would you mind? There is a non-visible tile. Would you mind making that one visible and removing the cover tile?
Sure.
There's old Tort. There's old Tort with a camera in the background wearing the most ridiculous hat you've ever seen. It's just like, Little Rai, you can now see him as he full-on pops out of hiding going, well done!
Rai's just sort of standing near the door and he's holding his little stick. And he's like, I've never seen Hasanero do that before.
Oh, God.
Little Rai, I can open up the ball, but I'm afraid you must help with the arrow.
He's gonna wander over and he's sort of thinking, and it's like, well, you can wash glue off. So he's gonna just reach his wand out and prod Little Mao and cast create water to try and wash it off.
Is it like when he did it on the roof to Lynn?
He's going to be more delicate about it.
Of course.
This is an old woman.
This is an old woman. But Lisa, I'm gonna say the water works like a charm because the glue isn't meant to stick, and it does slowly melt off of her, and she just gives a shake, and then another shake, and then a full-on, full-body cartoonish shake, and her fur fluffs. She is dry. Tired, but dry.
Rai's gonna give a little clap. Because he likes it when people fluff up like that.
It gets a bow. And then Little Mao hops off from the table. Okay, admittedly, she might need some help. Little Biggs, help your aunt.
Lil Biggs does indeed help their aunt.
Fantastic. And we can leave the screen. Thank you so much, Whis, for showing the background for me. You are amazing. We are out of initiative, and she does just go, so I do apologise. Where the heck did little Staniel go?
Hi. He's up in the rafters, and he looks like he was about to dive.
You're gonna tackle your elderly aunt.
I tackle everyone else.
That is
I
fair.
mean, fair.
He does indeed tackle everyone.
Oh, we love to see it. We love to see it with my fragile old bones. Little Mao, you're younger than me by many decades. Shh, old Tor, I'm old. But here we have it. You four have completed, you three and little Lynn have completed the challenges. You've found the baubles. Although there does seem to be something strange now that you actually have them all. As little Mal gestures for you all to have them in hand, there does seem to be a secondary seam on them. What do you guys do about that?
Rai's going to try and open it. He's assuming it's like an Easter egg or something.
Right, he is. And I'm not even going to have you roll strength because 1, this boy's a little twiggy, and 2, these things have been almost specifically designed to open at the right time. And as you crack one open, Rai, and the others can as well, inside you find a little chocolate, which, ooh, yum, and a little badge that looks as though it's got a theatre on it. And you get the idea that this is a magical item, a pin of some sort. You're not sure what it does, but you get the idea that you could pin it to, say, a stagehand's jacket or a shirt or something else, and it might help you a little bit. And I'll send you the details after this, because old Tort looks extremely proud that he's found someone who can make these, because it's magic, and this family is full of magical bullshit. Not very much. But he just goes, well, you've seen a bit of the hub, and I'll admit, I think you did pretty well. Did you all have fun?
There is a new voice. I am startled as I did not make a perception check.
Oh, Pick, I've startled the children! Pick, I'm here! Mother Pickers! And there is the green viridescent Grawlix in the air as old Tort tries to make sure he is as blatantly known as possible. Please don't shoot him!
Staniel's gonna take off his glasses as he lands. He's like, I don't know, I don't see anybody.
Oh, you gosh darn whippersnapper! Which... You,
Rai's just giggling.
you gosh darn
Who's
whipper...
talking? I don't hear. I can't see.
Oh, you absolute... And hey, Rai, this is an interesting thing. As old Tort, he goes to take a step forward to get to little Staniel, and then he decides on something different, and he looks at you, winks, and then he steps into the shadows of a barrel. And then, a moment later, you see him lean out from behind little Staniel. Out of his shadow.
Oh, gosh.
Stand roll of perception.
I'm actually gonna roll stealth on the... Okay, no, I don't think you're going to beat a 19 plus 4, kiddo. Okay. As all of you're not quite sure how this old picnic did that, but he looks at you, little Rai. He winks. And then from behind little Staniel, he just goes, I'm right here!
Rai is like, he gasps and he cannot process language right now. So he's sort of doing some half flailing, half sign, point, disbelief, and he little red, like only a couple of inches tall, but tiny little red exclamation mark Grawlix.
Do not be alarmed. It is merely Lil Tort.
I'm old, Tor. I'm retired.
These titles are so confusing. I apologize. Please give me time. I will learn them all.
Ah, little Biggs, you are beloved already. All right. Well, it's getting late. We have got much to discuss. We have got baby Grolix. Oh, holy pick. And yes, this is the time when little Mao is finally going to get in, because she's seen baby Grolix. That is baby. That is like Lynn baby. Rai, you're being scooped into a hug. A dual hug. There is Lynn on one side giving you the big ol' hug, and there is little Mao, who is somehow absolutely sped forward. She's an old woman. She is not an old woman in this moment. There is a blink, and she is there, and you are being hugged on two sides.
He's just like squished. He could go flat, but he's not gonna. So he's just squished in between the two of them. He's just like making a little squish noise. And there's just some more of that little tiny red Grolix going bing 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 over his head. Oh my god!
Lynn is going to snatch one of those. That is going to go into one of the scrapbooks. This is baby Grolix. She is so proud of him. He's learning the Stagehand Grolix. Holy peck! And yes. And I think because we've gone slightly over, we're going to get to the last bit. There is a loud dinner bell ringing through the place. And then over an almost intercom, there is... All right, you little shits. It's chili time. Get your butts in here. And little Staniel, you know that's your dad. Your dad has somehow managed to commandeer everything. He's the hub master, of course he can.
Race me the chili!
Chili! And yes.
I am not fast, but I will try.
Hey.
Rai's not going to do very well unless he's let go.
All right. Hey, little Biggs.
Yeah.
Hey, little Biggs. How do you feel about being picked up?
I'm so sorry. You cut out just as you were asking, how do you feel about...
Being picked up, because there is old Tort looking at you.
Little Biggs has no issues with being picked up, although they are always surprised, as it is rare the person who can.
Fantastic. You've been picked up. This geriatric tortoise with a 8 picks you up and just goes, all right, mother peckers. Gosh darn it, gadzooks, furball, picnic, and Peckin Sneakster. To the chili! And he runs. And I think...
Yes.
Oh boy.
Baby!
And I think if no one's got anything else to add, we can slowly pan out to merriment, Grolix, and yes, these stagehands doing what stagehands do best, eating chili.
No.
Oh boy. I do want to just talk about that cordial real quick because Rai was really proud of it.
Yes, I'm telling you here and now, that cordial is... Little Ogun has not forgot about it. Little Ogun is actively going to go... Someone else goes, hey, I brought the generic punch from the shop. That gets kicked. That is gone. We are having cordial.
Rai didn't bring enough for like 100 people. He didn't know there was going to be that many people here. But it's very unusual in its flavor. Like it's tastes of black pepper and cinnamon and star anise.
Ooh.
But it's sweet and smooth and not fruity really, but very, very pleasant. And like it's like a normal liquid cordial, so you can decide how strong you want it. But it looks like soy sauce in the bottle.
I kid you not, old Tort would look at that and immediately go, ah yes, the soy sauce. I chug. But something tells me Lil Rai's cordial is going to be an amazing hit. I mean, hey, it's made by Lil Rai Shadow Peckin Sneakster Stagehand, and he is beloved by all of them.
He is having such a good time right now. He's like, I've got middle names.
Yeah, it is getting full on written. And be thankful Old Tort was in one of the more passive, you cannot give them a dangerous name, because he was gonna go with like full on listing every swear word he knew.
Oh boy.
But little Stan, little Biggs, have you anything left to add?
Nothing over here.
The one for Babble? Nothing from the Babble? Then I think this is where we cut out and cut away. Thank you everyone for listening to the Stagehand Reunion.
That was so much fun. Thank you, Vwild.
I am happy to have been of service. Now, shall we say goodbye to our wonderful listeners?
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.